Then that is statistical anomaly.
If our dating blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I call Brother Myron the Sambo from Sudan.
All right, sound check, 1, 2. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Oh, there you go.
Sound check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, there we are. I see it.
Cool.
All right, yeah. Let us know if you can hear us in the chat. I'm going to turn up the decibels a little bit so we don't have to. Hit the number 10. No, just 10. There you go. Test. Oh yeah, much better. Oh wait, hold on. Go ahead.
Test.
All right, that's enough.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. They just love them some blonde hair, blue-eyed, pink toes, pale skin, buttermilk complexion, iron and board backside, Caucasoid, mutanoid, white cave bitches. I call Brother Myron the Sambo from Sudan. We love some chocolate black women. I love the black woman. I want to say that the black woman is the queen of the planet Earth. She's the
Well,
mother of civilization.
tell it,
The black
Shabazz.
woman is the goddess of the universe.
Preach it. Preach it, nigga. Preach it. All right, how's that? Is that better? Is that better? A little? Do you want me to turn it down a little bit more? How about that? Even when I yell? Okay. All right. Hey, Mr. Shabazz, I like white girls. What do you say to brothers like me?
They just love them some blonde-haired, blue-eyed, pink-toed, pale-skinned, buttermilk complexion, iron and board backside, caucasoid, mutanoid, white cave bitches.
Well, goddamn, Malik. But come on, man. Like, Myron's my friend, man. What do you think about him?
I call Brother Myron the Sambo from Sudan.
Come on, man.
Black pouch.
Hang on a second. I need to turn this down. Hold up.
I hear you.
As men, we have to build value. Women, they just have to preserve it. That's not alpha, bro!
Dude, what is this, 2005?
Money and looks can get you in the door, but game is what keeps you on our mind. She's not your co-pilot. She's your flight attendant.
Wait a minute. You actually thought you were the only guy she was fucking?
But she told me she loved me.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 822nd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity and misogyny. It is Friday, January 14th of 2022. It is good to have you guys in this evening. As always, we are streaming live to multiple platforms. We are streaming live to mgtow.tv, blankosphere.tv, a couple of YouTube channels, as well as Twitch, and of course in crystal clear high-resolution 4K to SharpStream, which you can download on iOS or Android at sharpstream.com. So however you are watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharp Reality Live a part of your daily routine. I am joined, of course, as always, by the lovely and talented Devin. Dev, how we doing today?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
It would help if I unmuted you. Let's try that again.
Maybe.
The lovely and talented Devin, how are you?
How's it going? I'm doing good. Happy
Good.
Friday.
Yes, happy Friday. Wrap your junk, gentlemen. Wrap your junk, call an Uber, don't drink and drive. And
Next
send
day
her,
text.
Yes, send her that morning after text. Absolutely, absolutely. Fantastic show in store for you guys today. We will be joined later by Allie V. Allie is going to join us to break down the one of the Kevin Samuels videos. That is going to be all kinds of fun. Of course, we are also going to discuss the 51-year-old who's decided to join OnlyFans for love, which is actually quite interesting. As you can probably imagine. But we are going to start today's show off. We are going to break down another part of Just Pearly Things. Pearl Davis, we're going to break down another part of her video. We're going to listen to it first, but she is actually joining us right now from the UK. Pearl, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing real good. Pearl is joining us from the UK, so it's 10 o'clock at night out there? Something
Yes,
like that?
10:04.
Oh,
Yep.
10:04. Okay, very good. 10:04. So Pearl is going to join us. She's going to listen and watch these couple of videos, and we are going to talk. We're going to talk about why these kinds of women are single. Now, when it comes to black women, I will make the comments about black women because you guys know that if white girls say anything about black women in general, you know, black YouTube loses its fucking mind, which is fine with me. I don't give a shit, but I've said shit about black women before. Listen, the deal is this, as you guys know, that I date Caucasian women, and Mr. Shabazz doesn't really seem to like that.
Just love them some blonde-haired, blue-eyed,
Yes, sir.
toes, pale skin, buttermilk complexion, ironing board backside, Caucasoid mutanoid, white cave bitches. Yep.
You know it. And so this should be a very, very interesting discussion. So we're going to start. So we're going to watch the video here. And so Pearl did I think you did this, 6 months ago. And we all remember the girl who wanted a $200,000 engagement ring. Well, there was another part of that interview that really, really caught my attention. We're going to listen to that. And then we're going to listen to that. Then we're going to talk about that a little bit. Then we're going to listen to a part of the Fresh and Fit podcast. This is going to highlight why these kinds of women are single. So, and this is going to be very short on Pearl's video. So away we go.
It's actual BS.
You think that's BS?
Yes. After seeing that whole thing, you know, the podcast that you were on and seeing that whole drama, I'm sorry, bro.
The podcast, I guess, was Fresh and Fit. Is that the one she was talking about, Pearl?
Yeah, she was
Okay.
talking about Fresh and Fit.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Thing, but this is something else. It's now that a lot of guys are saying that they want traditional women, and then they don't value the money and that other stuff. I've now come up with a theory that the only reason why they want these traditional women that do not have money is so that they can have the ability to leave these women at will and have them destitute. Because
even the black girl looks shocked. She's like, oh, shit.
especially now with the whole Texas ban of the abortion laws and stuff, and seeing these guys are just like cheering, thank God we can have you barefoot and pregnant back in the kitchen and not working anymore. At first, I thought that money thing didn't really matter, but I'm starting to realize, no, these guys just want the ability to leave you high and dry and then laugh in your face.
Wow, leave you high and dry and laugh in your face. So, Pearl, what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on her theory that the reason why we as men want traditional women is to give ourselves leverage so that we can walk out, leave them barefoot and pregnant, and just say, ha, we knocked you up and we're out of here? What are your thoughts on that? That seems a little extreme. Am I wrong?
Well, to me, it just really showed, like, it was more negative on her because it shows how she views the world.
Right.
Like, your first instinct is if a guy wants something, that it's negative, that he wants it to hold it over your head.
There you go.
And it's really an inability to see someone else's point of view, to be honest.
Okay. So it's not your opinion. It's not your opinion that the reason why men want traditional women isn't because we just want the leverage and just to be able to kick bitches out anytime we want.
No, I mean, I think they want someone to raise their kids.
Okay. All right.
So.
What about you, Dev? Do you agree or disagree?
Well, looking at the stats as far as divorce, I think it's more likely that she's going to leave him, not he's going to leave her. I mean, this is really it. It really is a negative outlook, and it's really the essence behind the strong, independent woman movement of feminism. Just saying I can't trust anybody. I have to rely 100% on myself, when really life is a partnership. Creating a family is a partnership. And it's kind of convoluted, you know. It's just, I think this is a fear-based rationale.
There you go. So I'm going to say it because people will lose their shit if either one of you says it. This is one of the reasons why black women are single, y'all. Black women look at men, and Pearl, you said it earlier, not that you added race into it, but I'm putting race into it. Kevin Samuels talks about this all the time. When black women think about being in a relationship of any sort with black men, they think about it from a standpoint of fear, scarcity, and lack. There's never it's very rarely positive. If I get with this guy and I am traditional, then he can or will leave me. While that's true, that's not the reason men want traditional women. It's because what Pearl said. Men want traditional women because they want them to stay home and raise the kids. If she's out being a boss bitch and she's got all this career stuff and this and that and the third, she's not going to be as good a mom, number one. Number two, her time is going to be compromised by her career. The bossier the bitch you are, the worse a parent you are. That's just how it is. We even talked about this on our live stream yesterday, Pearl. We acknowledge that if you're a man and you want to be ultra successful and be a CEO and all this other kind of stuff, you're going to have to understand you are going to have to make sacrifices. Your time, your health, your marriage probably isn't going to be that good. Your kids will probably hate you, but guess what? You'll be able to send them to the finest schools. You'll be able to pay for their education. And maybe one day they'll understand, okay, I now understand why dad was away all the time. And so it's really not so bad. What are your thoughts on that, Pearl?
Well, I think women want to have everything, and you can't have everything. Everything in life comes with a cost. Everything in life comes with a trade-off. And I think a lot of times girls take it personally when guys say they want traditional women if they don't fit that.
Okay.
And that's where you kind of see the reaction that she's having.
Why do you think she has this reaction?
Well, she probably doesn't fit that. You know? Like she probably doesn't fit that typical traditional wife. If I had to guess, I don't know what her marriage is like.
She probably doesn't really have a marriage. I've actually got you on the big screen now. I should have thought of that a little bit earlier. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch a Fresh and Fit clip. This is gonna be along the same lines, and again, I will point out to you that this is actually a sentiment shared not only by black women, but it's going to be the black woman who really presses fresh on this. Now I need my keyboard again. Sorry about this, guys. I didn't really think this all the way through. There we go. Let me go ahead and put Pearl back where she was before. Yeah, I'm just doing some experimentation here, guys. Really working on the production side, but so far so good. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and bring this up here. Breakdown scene, perfect. Pearl is still looking good. Okay, here we are. Watch and listen.
Okay, so it sounds like you kind of want a stay-at-home wife. You're like, oh, someone to take out my dog. You know, I got you if we're going on trips. Like, what if she has her own career? You know, like she has her own thing going on. And she can't take out your dog or whatever, but she has the personality. She checks off all the boxes. Like, do you want someone that you can take care of? Or, is it attractive to you that she has her own thing going?
So let me stop it right there. What they're doing is they're quizzing Fresh on his preferences. The question was, hey, what do you want in a woman? Of course, when Fresh talked about what he wants in a woman, in typical female fashion, they try to berate him for his preferences, while we as men have to accept it. They, as women, think that they can call this stuff into question, just to give you guys a little context.
No, my thing is okay, I do want someone that isn't going to be bothering me the whole time. Obviously, has her own thing going. However, if I had to choose, okay, are you helping me with our business together, like me and you, or is it like you're doing your own thing and like you don't take from me at all? Like that's another downside to see. Because for example, a woman that has her own shit going, she might not have time to like, cater to you or be with you. That's another thing that guys don't really like, because like, for example, I want to I can go out with, have fun with, but like, she's not always gonna be occupied with her shit. If that makes sense.
What if she has her own business?
Right.
Like girl boss.
Like nobody can't just be
just
falling to your toes for you, ready
Right.
to tie your shoe.
So
Did you hear that? So the black girl says nobody's just going to be there to fall and do this to tie your shoe. So anytime black women in particular hear the word cater to your man or do something for the specific intent of pleasing your man, it is always a negative reaction. Let's finish this out.
I just recently owned my own business, and honestly,
Okay, so now you guys are about to see the difference between black women and white women. Listen, neither of these two ladies are making this racial. I'm making it racial. What you guys are about to see, you guys already heard half of the reason why 76% of black women are unmarried. You're about to find out why it's higher in other, let's say, communities.
if I have a man who can take care of me, I'll quit my business right now.
Really?
Yeah,
I would
why would I
never
quit my
do
business
nothing.
for? Are you serious? I would love to be a, housewife.
Yeah.
I would
I will
never
be a
love to
housewife. So
depend-
whoever
Yeah.
wants.
I would never love to depend on any man at all.
Agreed.
There it is. So black woman says, I had never loved to depend on any man at all.
Exactly,
At
because they
all.
could leave.
Agreed.
Exactly, because they can leave. And of course, what have we established, class, is that women in relationships better 9 times out of 10.
At all.
It's not about that though. You can.
What's that?
They want to make sure that they can leave.
Yes, that's exactly what this is. And you can actually elaborate on that because
Still make
you stole my thought there.
money, especially now with crypto. You can be a millionaire, billionaire if you're smart.
Listen to this.
You
See?
just have to will in,
There you
and
go.
you have your money. Make money. You don't have to actively be there working.
But-
So if I can make money like that, and if I can be 24/7 with my man, hell yeah, I'll do it.
But you just work so hard to get your business. You gonna quit it for a nigga to just give you money?
Because
Yes.
There you go.
Sounds like a pretty
There you
good
go.
deal to me.
Okay, so answer her question. You worked so hard to build this business. You just gonna quit it for a nigga to just give you money? Pearl, would you do that? Yes or no?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Like my YouTube channel, you think?
No. YouTube is something you can do at home. So what she's
Oh.
talking about, yeah, anything, because again, remember the other girl was talking about, hey, listen, there's other ways to make money, crypto. There's so many businesses you can do from home. So you could run your YouTube channel and still have a man to cater to.
Well, I think they just automatically insinuate like ill intent or like
There you go.
like with the guy. Like if you're dating him, he's not gonna want to make your life hell. if you're passionate about something, it's not like he's gonna hold a gun to your head and say you have to help with my business, but it's about working with a guy and being helpful. Like that's all men are asking for half the time is
That's
just to be
right.
helpful.
To be helpful and non-combative. Dev, you had a 6-figure paying job. I told you you're quitting your job and you're gonna work for me. Is that a decision you regret?
Man, I would have done it sooner if I owned my own business. I mean, like these women are speaking from like a very privileged place. Most people can't afford to not work.
Right.
Nonetheless, own their own business. If you
Right.
can own your own business, you're doing pretty dang good. You
That's right.
know, like yes, you're working probably more than you would be at a 9 to 5, but you're in a better, more powerful position as far as when to set your hours, when to make yourself available for your man, things like that.
So
if I can,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, I was just saying, okay, this is my thoughts.
Okay.
Men, when they get into a relationship, okay, and they're one of their biggest concerns about getting married and having children is that the children will take away a lot of the attention and stuff that he's getting, not
Right.
like in a childish way, but in just a focal way.
Right.
Okay, she's now her time is split between the however many children we have and me. Of course, the children come first. Then you get her working full time. Now her priorities. Now there's another stumbling block between you and your husband. Rather than the way it should be is women put their husband, their family, the foundation of the family first, which is your relationship with your husband, and it's you two against the world.
There you go.
Then come your children. Then come jobs, because jobs will come and go. Family is something that cannot be duplicated or replaced. So, like these women, like they're lucky to say, hey, if I have a business, at least I can alter my timetable or my schedule so that I'm available for when he needs me, rather than saying, okay, I have a 9-to-5 job, I can't do whatever you do. Like if these chicks want to date fresh and they're working a 9-to-5 job and they have to be in bed by 10 o'clock at night, in order to get up at 7, then how are they even going to spend time with him if he sleeps all day?
That's a good point.
So I don't know. Like, that's just a poor example. But, if your schedules don't work, you're not going to be compatible, period.
Pearl, you had something to add to that?
Well, I was just thinking that my mom was a teacher, and she quit that to work for my dad. And then they built a multi-million-dollar business.
There you go.
And they made a lot more money than she would have made at that teaching job.
Wow. Let's listen to this part one more time.
Make money like that, and if I can be 24/7 with my men, hell yeah, I'll do it.
But you just work so hard to get your business. You gonna quit it for a nigga to just give you money?
Because
see, that's the problem with her mindset as well. For a nigga. She's not talking about men. She's talking about niggas. So already it's the way black women view relationships. They already go into it thinking of ill intent. They're thinking, okay, I got to get over on him before he gets over on me. I got to be able to leave him before he leaves me. And Devin, you said it earlier. The reason why women want to be boss bitches, they say it's just in case anything happens and he can just up and leave. What they really want to be able to do are two things. The first thing is they want an excuse to focus on something other than their man or their relationship. The second reason is just like Dev said, so that they can leave. Pearl, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think women want to be boss bitches and in the back of their minds they're thinking, okay, the real reason I want to be a boss bitch is so I don't have to be up under this nigga all the time and I can just kind of leave when I want? Or do they just want to be boss bitches?
Well, it's a lack of control.
There you go.
If you're working for him, who's in control? It's not you.
It's him,
who gets to make all the decisions? It's him.
Right.
And if you want like a top guy, that's just how it is. Those guys don't enjoy giving up control. So
it's not. Well, here's the thing. Just like we talked about, everything has costs. If a man takes you off the market and he says, all right, you no longer have to work. You work for me now. You never have to worry about bills. Guess what? That's a fantastic life for women. The trade-off is that you are relinquishing control, which is something the girl on the left clearly is not interested in doing.
Do these women even know how rare it is to even find someone who can make enough money to take you off the job market?
Apparently not. They haven't. Listen, they haven't busted out the female delusion calculator
boy, give them
yet.
5 years.
Plus, there's a million average guys you can date that if you don't want to do that, like go find a guy that's not fresh. It's not that big of a deal.
I agree.
Yes, and the fact that she phrased it like that in that very demeaning term, is just shows that she has no respect for men whatsoever.
Nope.
And I also think it's part of the competitive mentality where they feel like instead of working with their husband or whoever they choose to partner with, they're competing with them.
That's right.
So the better she's doing, the better of a man that she needs to be doing because he's got to make more than she does, and it keeps that hypergamy engine rolling.
That's right. That's right. And you want to know what the tragic thing about this is? This girl, this black girl on the left, beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. She's
Very
young.
pretty.
She's beautiful. She could date white guys if she wanted to. But she has this mentality.
Because if he's giving me, it's not about money. It's not about money at all. It's not about money. It's about the providing. Either he provides me security, safety, comfort, all of that.
But like, don't you want to do your own thing?
Hey, ladies.
But don't you want to do your own thing? Again, they want all of the benefits without any of the costs. If you were if you want to be with the average guy and be if you want to do your own thing and be able to have a say and be a boss bitch, you're going to have to lower your standards and expectations. But women don't want to do that. They want to be the boss bitch and still be with the boss nigga. And I'm trying to tell you, boss niggas ain't trying to get with boss bitches. Pearl?
No, I absolutely agree. And they keep arguing as if they don't have the choice to just date a normal guy.
Right.
What percent of guys even own their own business and are going to hire you?
This is called
would you say?
Go ahead. Jesus Christ, very, very low. This is called entitlement. These women are assuming that men who have their own businesses and can make the kind of money to take a woman, to retire a woman from work, they're assuming that these guys want to pick them. And they're making assumptions. Do you think they're making assumptions, Dev, or?
Oh, yeah. They're completely in la la land.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Do you think Do you think they're in La La Land because I can't see them on the screen, I just hear it.
Sure.
Do you think it's because are they that hot? Do you think they could?
Like 2 of them, maybe.
Listen, the girl that's talking about, the black girl, she's beautiful. The white girl who says I would leave my pharmacist job, she's also beautiful. She's very attractive. There's another black girl on the left of the white girl, on the white girl's right. She's attractive and she's young. Then there's another black girl to the left of the white girl. Not so. 2 out of these 3 women are young and beautiful. So
do you think?
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Do you think even with that attitude that they have, do you think they still could, like, just based on their looks, get swooped up by a guy like that?
Nope.
Based on what you've seen? No? Yeah, okay.
Nope, not a chance. Listen, you can look as
Okay.
good, they can look as good as they want, but in the end, if somebody is really going to wife them up or take them seriously, they cannot have this attitude. It doesn't matter how.
Or that mouth.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ.
Number 1, let her finish her point. Number 2, if you want to ask her a question, that's fine, but one at a time. Don't all pile in on her and hurt the quality of the show. One mic at a time.
No, I just personally think that maybe it's because I come from a third world country, right? In my country.
She comes from a third world country. You pick up a little bit on her accent. I've said this, I say this all the time. I actually got this from Andrew Tate. The poorer the country is, the closer that country adheres to traditional and conventional gender roles. Romania is not a third world country, but I don't think it's a first world country either. I guess you can call it a second world country. In third world, only in America, only in the West, where feminism is a stronghold and we have this booming economy, only in this part of the world can women act like this. Only in this part of the world can women actually talk about being boss bitches. Move to Romania, move to Cuba. Your mindset changes because of course you don't have all of these resources. Pearl, do you agree or disagree with the first world, third world mentality?
Yeah, I grew up with nannies that were like from all over the world.
Oh wow.
And I would say like you're typically correct. The closer to a third world country, the more traditional they tend to be. And I'm also on a team with like girls from all over the world too. So yes, I would agree. Yeah.
And so the girls that are on your team, do they tend to skew towards more traditional gender roles, or are they kind of strong and independent like American girls?
I mean, I guess I would say a little bit closer to Americans for the majority because most are from either like Germany, England, like places that are more European and like closer towards America. But the 1 or 2 that are from like countries that are closer to third world countries, I would say are more traditional. And like cook, clean, that sort of thing.
Absolutely. Okay, so Lyra Signal 94 said she's from Albania. Yeah, she does say that. Dev, what do you think? Do you agree with the third world, first world comparison in terms of traditional gender roles?
I think that plus the fact that they're young. I mean, all these girls are brought up with especially the westernized girls, are brought up with this thinking that they have to make their mark on the world and it's what they can accomplish solely by themselves is what's going to make their lives important or not.
You want to know how you make a mark on the world is you give a man a legacy. Like, I don't think these women understand.
Create a beautiful family.
Yeah, I don't think these women understand how much a family alters the world a hell of a lot more than a boss bitch that has a bunch of businesses could. Am I wrong?
An eyelash extension business isn't going to have a lasting effect on the planet. That combined with the fact that the more old school third world type people tend to be more traditional is because that was how you made it in life.
That's right.
For these women to think that it makes them powerless, I think if anything, that's your golden ticket. I mean, could you imagine? And I was trying to explain this to my niece the other day. She's like, I don't know what I want to do in college. What should I study? What kind of career do you think I should have? And I said, look, you have your whole entire life to have a career, but you only have a small window of time to create a family.
That's right.
So, you need to focus on what's more important to you at this point. Do you want to, become a doctor and make that your life's work? Or do you want to I want to have a family. Well, then
there you
put
go.
yourself in position to maintain your value and find someone who has the same type of goals, And then once you have your family and they're grown up, you can have their whole rest of your life to have a career.
There you go. Pearl?
No, I definitely agree with what you said where a family is going to be more of a legacy than a business or a job, because when I think of my family, there's 10 of us, right?
Okay.
If we all have 5 kids, that's 50 people.
Woo! Wow. Yes. Right.
Or even if we only have 2, say
Still
each,
20
that's
people.
20 people.
Yeah.
And then they have and then that's a huge, legacy that you're leaving the world. That's going to be bigger than, unless you're, how smart are you? Like, how big of a business
what are you, Madam Curie? Yeah, what are you, Madam Curie?
Like, even the smartest people on earth, their businesses can be gone in one generation,
of
but
course.
a family can't.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can kill a business. You can't kill a family unless you're wanted by the mob.
The way it works in my family, my parents are still together. They've been together for 27 years. Obviously, it hasn't been perfect, but I have that ideal family, or how a family should function, right? So, for example, in my family, it works for you to not have 2 leaders. You only have 1 leader. Either that's the man or the female, but it's up on the family, whichever one you decide. In my family, in my eyes, I think the man should be it, right? I don't expect me to work and then, like, my man just raising the kids. No, I expect my man to provide. Unfortunately, it comes down to money because that's just how it is right now.
There you go.
But no, 100% I would stay home and raise the kids.
And by the way, the woman that is talking, Pearl, she has her own business. She is a pharmacist. She's a pharmacist.
Wow.
Yes, she has her own pharmacy business, and she makes into the 6 figures. And she said right here, right now, of course I would give it all up.
It always seems to be that way because the girls that make a lot of money tend to know what it takes to make that money.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
And they realize that they would much rather do like nothing. Well, I don't want to say nothing because you're doing all the stuff at home, but like less than that, if that makes sense.
You would rather spend your time and energy working for your family and putting it into that rather than just for random strangers or,
making
the
somebody
boss
else
man.
rich.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Can I say
cook for
you,
Most,
both of you?
most guys don't want to date a boss, babe. Just keeping it.
I want to say
That is
something
true.
to that effect. I think also ethnically, a lot of, I relate to you in the sense of like growing up. My mom is an executive chef. Like she's a boss ass woman. She is an executive chef at like this big restaurant in West Palm. Growing up, traditionally, like in Hispanic households, a lot like what you were saying, my dad probably picked my mom for her looks, blah, 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 what have you. She was stay-at-home mom, but not necessarily in the like, oh, I'm relying on him for money, because he did provide all of the money. And we were financially very well off prior to the recession. She actually was an asset to his business. So like you being a boss, like you can be a boss babe under your man's company as well. It's, you don't have to do 2 completely separate things.
I feel like we got that law passed back in, 1800s, that women can vote, and I feel like we should use our rights, and I feel like we should be bosses, and it should not always be a man being a boss. I feel like women should be bosses, and y'all both can do it. I don't feel like one just is supposed to do it and you're supposed to help no, I feel like both can do it. I don't feel like a woman should be I don't feel like a woman should depend on a nigga at all. Woo! I feel like a woman, what a nigga does for you is supposed to be a bonus. And that's just supposed to, whatever bonus y'all get, y'all can do it together. But you still have your stuff on the side. You still have your business that you work for. And you still have your own thing going. I don't believe in you sitting there and letting a nigga take care of you at all. That could be a plus. He could still take care of you. I still want a nigga to take care of me.
You're misunderstood. No. You're changing the conversation how you want it to fit for you.
Oh!
I did not say that at all. I didn't say that.
You said you'll quit your business.
I will quit my business if a man will.
He's taking care of you.
Women should have the choice to do either or.
Again, it's not about the money. It's about if I want to be with that guy, right? I cannot be committed to him 100% if I have a business to run, if I have clients.
Bingo! And that is the message. So you see, Pearl, you see the difference in mindset. You have one woman who's like, hey, look, check this out. I'm already a boss bitch. And I think it's what Pearl said. This woman is a pharmacist. She knows how hard it is. Honestly, she probably works 50, 60 hours per week. She's thinking of the big picture. I would rather be with a man who takes care of me so I can take care of him. But the other woman simply does not want to, it's almost like she's fearful of relying on a man. Pearl, in your opinion, why are women like this so hesitant to rely on a man when they are leaving relationships better than 90% of the time?
Maybe the men that they've dated they couldn't rely on, or maybe the men that raised them, or the men in their life, is what I've noticed. Like most of the girls that I've talked to that have like a very negative view on men, there's a reason, and they kind of take that out on they make every man that they meet pay for it.
Wow. Dev, your opinion. Why do certain women, why are some women, hey, listen, I'll give up my business to cater to a man, while other women are like, nah, I'm not catering to no man. I don't give a damn. I don't need him. I don't want to have to rely on anybody.
Yeah, it shows a lack of stability and even in a mindset. I have 2 points. The first is that I wonder if this mindset comes from more of a cultural background where it's not a matter of if but when the man leaves, whether the mother leaves the father, or the father leaves the mother, or the father ends up in jail, or something systematic. So these fallbacks are kind of necessary in order to, maintain order in your own home. I think that it's a forced independent thinking.
Okay. Your second point?
The second point, I should write these down.
No, don't sweat it. I'll continue it, and if you can think of it, we'll get back.
I actually have one more thing I wanted to add.
Okay.
Go ahead, Pearl.
Okay. Do you think that a girl that worked for 20 years, let's say like the worst happened and they got left at 45, right? Who do you think would be more likely to find someone, the one who was married and stayed home for 20 years, or the one who worked for 20 years?
That's a very good question. I think the woman who is more likely to find someone, boy, it's a double-edged sword. It really, really is. I will say this. And I tell Dev this all the time, if I decide that we need to go our separate ways, I'm going to make sure she's okay financially. There's no contractual, no. That's just me doing the right thing. If I decide, you know what, Dev, it's not going to work, but Dev's been with me, like she's been a ride or die for me for now 4.5 years. That counts for something. So financially, I'm going to make sure she's taken care of no matter what. That's the least I can do for her being with me and doing what she did for me. Now, if she cheats, then she's on her own. But that's a very, I can't really answer that. What do you think, Dev? Who do you think has a better chance of getting wifed up? And then you can talk about your point that you're going to bring up earlier.
Sure. What is more likely to get adopted? Okay, a dog in a shelter that's been there for 3 months, or a family that looking to give away a puppy or a dog that they've had for 5 years.
Probably the latter.
Right, because one has been proven to be established in a family setting. Okay. And, so basically what I'm trying to say is if I hadn't had the experience of the previous 20 years that I had, would I have ever even have been ready to enter a relationship like the one that we have?
No, not a chance.
Yes. And from what I did come from, there was a huge learning curve to begin with.
Sure.
So if I had been, running around for the last 15, 20 years before we met, there's no way I would have been able to, even learn how to take care of you or anticipate needs or even understand and get out of that selfish, thinking. So I feel like merch. My other point was that this girl thinks that she needs to have, the girl on the right here, she thinks that she needs to have that side hustle, that, that other business. She wants to, she can have her man, have her family, and her business. But 15 years, 10 years from now, when she's burnt out, unhappy, the only person who's going to pay is her husband and her kids.
That's right.
And then it will be her. When she burns all of those other bridges, then she's going to realize, oh, wait, having it all has a cost. Having it all doesn't make me happy.
Yes.
There is a balance that has to take place here. And by then she'll be too old to really understand and appreciate what she had.
Wow. So Pearl, I guess now that I've heard Dev's answer, the answer to that question is the woman who got left at 45 after being married for 20 years. I think she has a better chance of finding another guy or another husband, because that was almost the exact same scenario with Dev. And even Dev was married for nearly 20 years. And even though the marriage sucked, I'm sure the marriage wasn't all bad, but the marriage eventually ended. So there were obviously issues. But she was in a relationship for almost 2 decades. That counts for something. Whether I don't know what happened because I wasn't there, but I know that at the very least she had the stick-to-itiveness to stick with her now ex-husband. I guess through thick and thin. Eventually, it became too much for whatever reason. I'm not gonna speculate on that. But Devin had the requisite relationship skills to be able to undergo the training that I put her through. So my answer is the 45-year-old woman who's been married for 20 years instead of riding the carousel and working for 20 years.
Well, and that was my thought too, that these girls are acting in a way that they think it's going to protect themselves, and I don't think it would. No. And the reasoning I had this question was I had an aunt. My aunt was on my channel once, and she's like she's a very feminine, like very she's been married for a long time, and a lot of the comments said like even if she was single tomorrow, even though she's older and she has kids, like she would get swooped up like that because she's just so feminine and just motherly.
There you go. There you go. Listen, being a boss bitch quite literally strips you of all femininity, because in order to be a boss, you have to exhibit masculine traits on the regular. Let's finish this out.
Kids, if I have this, I can't, So in order for me to be an example mother, I want to be a mother, to me that's my success. As a female, if I have created a family, to me, that's what success is. It's not about money. It's not about a business. I mean, obviously, it's great because I'm in Miami, taking advantage of the city. I think I'm smart for the age that I am. So I have to take advantage of all of this. But if I had the man to tell me, and he fits the type of man that I know would take care of me emotionally, spiritually, physically, then I would 100%, right now, quit. Damn. Because, again, I will help him in whatever it is that he needs to provide for me. This is how I see it. As long as I am keeping my man inspired, he will always be giving me 10 times more, right? So I don't mind being submissive to my man. I really don't. I just need to inspire him, for him to bring the masculinity, for me, the protection, everything I need to be taken care of. And yeah, I
understand, but I just disagree.
Wow. So what are your thoughts on that? That she sounds, and again, this is the traditional type woman. This woman just laid it out. Hey, if he fits the bill, I would leave my job, career, whatever for him.
Devin, I'm curious if you find this to be true. Have you ever noticed, in a relationship, that the less you expect and ask for, the more you get?
She actually stepped out to tinkle, so she'll be right back.
Because that's kind of what I thought of when she was talking.
Okay.
If you're
Pearl had a question for you. Dev.
Okay.
Yep. Put on the headphones. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Devin, I'm just curious if you found this to be true in a relationship. I found that the less I ask for and the less I expect or demand from a guy, the more I tend to get.
Ooh. Yeah, expectations can really bite you in the you-know-what.
Mm-hmm.
I think that all depends on the amount of time and what you personally have invested. So, I mean, I don't think that we would be where Donovan and I would be where we are if I hadn't expressed and put forth effort and did things that I didn't even know I was doing at the time. So, yeah. Sorry, I just ran up the stairs.
Yeah, I understand. Let's finish this out.
Question, quick.
Drop the mic. Yeah, she hit a lot of facts.
So, you had something that you want to say, and I see that you had your hand too. So go ahead.
I don't know. I just feel like I was in a relationship
a
few years ago, and I was kind of like that. This was before I started my Twitch stream and everything, and I was just so into the relationship, and he had his own things going, and I was always catering to him, and I got fucking bored, and I was like, I need a hobby.
Because he was a beta male. That's why
he fucking
Oh, wow. Albanian chick is dropping the knowledge. God,
he was a real man. I mean,
and that's probably fair. He fucking sucked. But at the end of the day, I feel like, maybe you don't need a business. You can be the mother of his children and depend on him financially. But, you need a fucking hobby where you're going to be sitting in the house.
I'm not just saying you should sit at home and do nothing. No,
Percocets. Whoa. So what are your thoughts on a hobby, Pearl? Okay, so I understand where Party Voice Girl is kind of coming from. She's using she's using the hobby as sort of a gateway drug, but assuming that the hobby keeps her at home, keeps her faithful, keeps her, feminine, kind, docile to her man, what are your thoughts on hobbies to keep, I guess, the wife from being bored?
Well, it's like they always assume ill intent. Like he's a dictator who wants you to have nothing.
Right.
If Devin wanted to take guitar lessons, would you care?
It depends. It depends. The guitar teacher.
I already know how to play guitar.
Oh yeah, you already knew how to. Well, if Dev wanted to take guitar lessons, number one, the guitar lessons would have to be here. Number two, her instructor would have to be female. But other than that, yeah, I would not have a problem with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so they assume these guys like want you to have nothing and like they just want control over you. It's just ill intent. That's what I see.
No, I totally agree. Let me ask Dev. Dev, I am a totalitarian dictator. That is the way I am. Talk to the audience about the life you live as a result of my totalitarian dictatorship.
My life is great. I can do whatever I want to do. We go bowling together, and we actually both happen to be pretty good at bowling. I mean, there's nothing that I need or want to do that I can't do if I wanted to, and.
So in other words, you live a good life, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing that, like, I'm not depriving you of anything.
No.
I'm not, so what this girl, see, and again, what this party voice girl here is, I was feminine and docile and I was all about him, but I got fucking bored. That's a her problem. That's a you problem, number one. Number two, it's just like the Albanian girl said. It's because I guess he wasn't, and I don't want to use
this woman doesn't know what it takes to actually run a successful household and take care of people.
Right.
It is a full-time job, and if it's not and you're sitting home bored, you're not doing it right.
That's right, and he's not demanding enough. If you're bored with your man, he's not demanding enough, and if he's not demanding enough, eventually you will get bored. So it's a self-fulfilling
prophecy. Either that or all the hobbies that she wants to do are conducive to cheating.
There we go.
I'm not allowed. Really?
Yeah, could have.
I'm not allowed to go play singles or doubles tennis with someone who isn't your husband.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or hot yoga with a 6'4" ripped alpha Chad. Yeah, fuck that.
I want to say the brunt of her time is spent raising the family.
There we go.
You can have hobbies. You could do
Of course, I'm not saying you should be locked at home, do nothing. No, absolutely not.
You can't serve two masters. Either you're serving your man, your family, or your career.
Why do I have to serve someone? Can't we just be partners in a relationship?
And here we go. Here we go.
It's a bad expression.
Why do I have to serve someone? Why is that a bad expression?
It's because if he said prioritize things.
Is that what he said? Hold
on.
No,
if he said prioritize, he said you can't serve two
But guess
the
what?
word serve just triggers the heck out of people.
But guess what, Devin? He's right. You can't serve two masters.
No, you can't.
You can either serve your career or your family, and that's why the American marriage is is a shit show. Because it is either one or the other. If a woman serves her man and her family, she's going to be a shitty career woman, and vice versa. What are your thoughts, Pearl? Can a woman serve two masters?
Yeah, date the bottom 80% of guys.
There we go. There you go. So
Why is that not an option? Like, go date a normal guy. You don't have to date a guy who wants you to, like, it's actually pretty easy to not date a guy that wants you to quit your job and hire you.
There you go. And that's and again, this is women being entitled, thinking they can have it all. They want the 6'4" nigga with the 6-foot dick, a 6-car garage who makes into the upper six figures, who also lets her do her. No, guys like that are not going to be good with that. They're not going to tell you what you can or can't do. They're just not going to wife you. That's all there is to it.
It's about unity. No, I agree. This is about unity.
That's life. We're all serving
There's
something.
no two CEOs. There's only one CEO or one boss, right? So if you have a career or job, you have two masters. Now, at some point, you got to choose. Either you work together on a business, which is like coexistent.
Look at the black girl.
One or
Look
the
at
other.
her.
But to make it work, you got to choose one or the other.
I mean, aren't you guys together on a business, right? Like why any partnership, it doesn't have to be one is higher than the other. It can be a 50-50 deal.
Oh,
we both raise.
Nope. That's the problem. It is not a 50-50 deal. The man is the leader. The man is the head. The man makes the final decision. Pearl, let me ask you something. Are you good? Are you okay? Because you're in the UK. You're going to school. You're a semi-pro volleyball player. Are you good with relinquishing that kind of control? Are you good with your boyfriend or potential husband having the final word? Or is that something that bristles you, maybe rubs you the wrong way?
What do you mean final word?
On decisions, you guys. Here's how Dev and I do it, right? So Devin will say, "Hey, Donovan, why don't we do X, Y, and Z?" I mean, if I want to do it, I'll say, "Yeah, let's do it." If I don't, I just say, "No, we're not going to do that." That's just all there is to it. Now, Dev might be disappointed. She might be upset, but she never shows it. She trusts my judgment because I have not led us astray yet at this point. My reputation precedes me. She sees my track record. That's why she relinquishes control. So I guess I'll repose the question to you. If you're with a guy that you love and respect, he's got a good track record, he's owned multiple businesses, basically a guy, maybe a Donovan part 2 or something like that. Would you be good with that?
Yeah, I would be good with that. I think dating someone, we'd have to have similar like values and goals.
Of course.
But yeah, assuming we had all of that, yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, very good. I don't have to ask Deb that because she does that now.
Raise the kids. We both do our chores. We both are human beings.
But
that respect
it
each
cannot
other.
be though that you're saying you should have two leaders.
Why not?
Because why don't you have two presidents in running America right now? You can't.
But you have a vice president.
Exactly. That's why you have a wife.
But in real life,
a vice president. The vice president is under the president.
That does not work.
Yeah,
That's fair. I just feel like if I'm a boss babe, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm focused on myself. If I have my...
Well, there we go. There it is. She's already made her choice. You can be a boss babe if you want. You can be a boss bitch. If you don't want to look for a relationship, you're going to be single, that's fine. That's your choice. But if you do want to be in a relationship, you got to take Pearl's advice and be like, hey, you're going to have to date the bottom 85% of men. And these girls are not trying to hear it.
My business, I don't want...
Go ahead.
Well, and it's not like the bottom 80% of guys are terrible to date either. Like if a guy's making what, 60, 70K, that's not bad in the US. It's above average.
It's above average, but you know, listen, man, girls want it all. They want the 6'4", they want them to be 6'6" with a 6-foot dick, making the upper six figures, and there's just not enough guys to go around.
I know, man. I'm just not trying to be a wife.
I don't know. I want a man. Business, no business. I think a female
I'm trying to move to Washington to marry myself, actually.
Unbelievable.
Do that.
Unbelievable. So that was another black. So the black women on the stage, and you guys can stay out of this because I know you guys are uncomfortable with talking about race relations. But gentlemen, what you just saw on your screen on this video, this is the difference between white girls and black women. White girls have no problem relinquishing control, even if they're established. This woman said, hey, and she has a business. She's like, listen, I'm a pharmacist. I make great money. If a man wanted to come and take me off the market and I would give him that control, I would 100% do it. Yep. No problem at all. But then the black women are like, wait a minute. A nigga's going to come and take care of me? No, I'm not trying to do all that.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Right? In her mind, it's... This is why 76% of black women are unmarried. This is why the upper tier brothers are not dating women of color anymore. Pearl, let me get your final thoughts on the mentality of women who want to relinquish control and women who want to be boss bitches. What are your final thoughts on this?
I just think you can't have everything.
Okay.
And women think they can have everything.
Okay.
If you want a guy in the top 20%, then be okay with relinquishing control. If you don't, there are plenty of guys that would date these girls.
Yes.
That would be okay with her leading the relationship or doing what she wants. There are an endless supply of simps. I swear. Endless. Respectfully. But, yeah.
Pearl, before you jump off, tell the people where they can find you.
Okay, you can find me on my YouTube channel, which is just Pearly Things. And on Instagram, it's just .pearlythings. Okay. And TikTok, also, it's just Pearly Things.
Perfect. So shout out to Pearl. She will be on. Well, if your game ends soon enough, she will be on the roundtable panel that we have planned for Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully Pearl can jump in. Even if she's a little bit late, we'd be happy to have her. Pearl, thanks for making time for us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Take care. So it's Pearl's bedtime now because it's it's almost 11 o'clock. So Deb, let me get your final thoughts on what we just watched. Just your final thoughts on all of that.
I mean, all of this sounds really good on paper, but put into practice, it really isn't all that it's cracked up to be. you want to basically they're just trying to control the narrative and all of these talking points. I want to be independent. I want to control the commitment. I want to control the sex. I want to control everything about this relationship. And then, where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just turning the camera. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. And then wonder why at the end of the day, like, I'm not relaxed, I'm not happy, we're not having sex, all of these other things. I mean, you can't stay attractive to a man when you're acting like a man. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense and how these people are thinking long term.
There we go.
Hey.
I just wanted to make sure I got you in the shot there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I rearranged the studio as you can see. I cleaned out that supply closet.
I cannot see the doors closed, but I take your word for it. Because
Okay,
you
very
talked
good.
about it for 2 weeks. So.
All right, let's see here. Let me go to camera 3. There we are. All right, cool. So we're both in the shot. Okay. That was fantastic. Allie V is going to be joining us here within the next 10 minutes or so. And she is going to help us. She's going to help us break down the Kevin Samuels video, which is just going to be that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's read through these super chats here. So Eben Zur, who's been a member for 12 months, says, you can sense the ill intent with that strong N-word. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me go to my sound effects.
Really, nigga?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Neil Ray, $2, says, where I hear boss bitch, it makes me cringe and hurl. Yeah, boss bitches are not attractive. They're not. Pug Dad, good to see you in here after a while.
Most women don't even want to work for one of them.
Yeah, yeah, right. Women don't want to work for boss bitches. So what are we doing?
That was like the worst part about the last job I had was they kept trying to make me management, and I'm like, I'm not that. I have the experience, and I'm older than these people, but I don't want to babysit these kids. Like, leave me alone. Let me just do my job and go home. I got a family. Yeah.
There you go. Pug Dad, $10, says, black chick on the right saying she doesn't want to rely on the man, yet between side hustles and OnlyFans, she's far more dependent on men than she believes. Yeah, women don't really understand that, especially when they work in the sex industry. They are definitely relying on men. East Chill with the $10 super chat says, this black chick and other beautiful girls like her are so far removed as traditional women, it's damn near in their DNA. She's bred this way. It's not in their DNA. It's in the mindset. It's in the mindset. At some point, like, these girls are being taught this from birth, but in 10 years, she's going to ask herself when she's older, why am I not happy? Why do I have a drinking problem? Why do I need antidepressants to keep me from thoughts that to end myself? That's just, it's because you have been programmed to go against your biology. That's really the main reason.
Right. Why am I stressed out all the time? Why can't I lose weight? Why am I,
there you go.
Why is my cortisol going crazy? And my thyroid's trash. And,
yeah.
Like, I'm just completely unhealthy mentally and physically. Like, there is a cost.
There is always a cost. Keith Simon, with the $5 Canadian, says, there is a video called Don't Just Buy Me Flowers, because I asked for flowers on the channel We Need to Talk, that I think would be great to see you break down. I might actually check that out. Okay, let me go and read some of these other. Let me read some of these other stuff. So we're waiting on Allie V. She's going to be on here in just a few minutes. Mr. E1976 on the Sharp Stream side says, here we go. I feel like get this chick a dog and a cookbook. How about dog and a cookbook. How about a cookbook and a treadmill? Mr. E1976 says she's a true helpmate. Absolutely. Point Blank Wolf says the middle girl is the type who gets snatched up quickly. Yeah, she's very attractive. She's actually quite intelligent, and she wants a man. Like, she has no. She has a very good demeanor. Like, she can assert herself without becoming bitchy. Yeah, right. She argued very femininely, didn't she? Yeah, that was actually quite something. Hellfong says that's not party voice, that's a bro voice. Yeah, she does kind of. Yeah. Listen, she can't help that. She has a deep voice. It is what it is. But she's a good-looking girl. It's a shame that she has bought into the bullshit here. Dre Raven says hot Bikram yoga with Brody and Skylar. Yeah, exactly. Mr. E1976 says Law 24 is strong with these broads. Yeah, so Alpha Male says, super chat from yesterday that you guys didn't get to. Why do Holly weird guys like Hugh Jackman or Keanu wife up old or fat girls? That doesn't make any sense. I think it's because they don't want to get canceled. Keanu Reeves is also the kind of guy who does the hover hands. But what you have to understand, Alpha Male, he does. But what you have to understand, Alpha Male, is that, how can I put this, is that Hugh Jackman and Keanu Reeves, they're the exceptions to the rule publicly. Hugh Jackman is married to an overweight woman. Dude, you know he's smashing bitches on the side. I think Keanu Reeves was dating like a 60-year-old at one point. I don't know. I can't even, like, honestly, I can't even imagine that. But again, Keanu Reeves is he's an exception to the rule. He's an outlier. Night Commander with the 5 euros says, I saw this show, and this is why I don't mess with American women. I'm retired from the military, work on a base, and this is all I see, jacked up Western women. And with that, I would like to introduce, pardon me, or bring on our next guest, Allie V, the Real Femme Sapien. How you doing, Allie?
I am good. I am ready to see what shenanigans you're getting me into today.
Oh my goodness! Listen, this is gonna be some serious nonsense. So let me, dude, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to do this. So what we're gonna do?
So like to rebuttal to all that.
Wait a minute. There we are. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to break down a Kevin Samuels IG video that I don't know where it went. Where is it? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I had all of this queued up, but for whatever reason.
It's always like that. I'm trying to get myself in order right now.
Yeah, and I've got 48 screens in front of me. While I'm looking for this, Allie, tell the people where to find you, how often you live stream and things of that nature.
So I'm not live streaming yet. That is my next step in my YouTube journey. But in general, you can find me over on Instagram at RealFemmeSapien. I'll be back on there this Monday. Usually on Instagram, I write little articles, thoughtful pieces. You can go through there. I have them pinned on my little stories.
Okay.
There's some really good insights there on female nature, psychology, relationships, how to be a better human being. And you can also find me on YouTube. I have a blog, realfemmesapien.com. That's where you can probably get to know my psyche the best, but my content's pretty good. I just want to help women lead better lives. I got tired of seeing them fail, and I realized, well, I have a camera and a microphone. I could probably help them out myself.
Of course. Absolutely. Good. I like that a lot. Okay, so we've got the video. Queued up. Now I need to find. Okay, there's OBS. Good God, 613 people watching, guys. If you would please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. So here we go, Allie. We are going to, let me hit the record button. So Kevin did an interview on Instagram Live with a mother of 2. I'm not going to tell you anything else. I'm just going to play the video.
I think your money matters to men.
Uh-oh.
I think it has a role to play, because they want to make sure that they're not just going to be like left with all the baggage or having to like worry about, like everything.
Okay.
And yeah.
So, Allie, what are your thoughts on that? She says, listen, I want to have my own money, so the man doesn't have to shoulder the burden. Do you think that's an excuse, or is that legit? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's legitimate. I don't actually know this woman to understand her decision-making skills, but when I talk to my girlfriends who do have children that are single mothers, I let them know why men are so hesitant to walk into that, because they have to assume financial responsibility. So I tell them that there are, in some ways, they can hedge their bets to get into a better relationship if they let them know, I want you romantically. If you want to do something way down the road with my children financially, that's fine. But for now, I can provide for them, and that's what my intent is. My intent is not to make you pay for another man's child. So I think that's fair, but then it's also it's a fine balance here, because how much time is she spending at work? What can she really dedicate to a relationship? But that's why if you're a single mom, stop trying to pursue 9s, 10s who are childless men. That's probably not smart. Date within your league. The league is good.
Yeah, these bitches ain't trying to hear that. They're trying to get the boss ass nigga. That's what listen. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and I don't
Tyrone.
really. Let's hear your next question.
Well, do you have any kids?
I do. I have 2 children. I have 2 girls.
How many years apart are they?
A year and 3 months.
How about this? Different fathers or the same father?
Same father.
Okay.
How long were you and the dad together?
It's pretty interesting because
it's not that interesting.
I know.
It's never that interesting, is it? Why did you say that, Dev?
Just the way she's like, she's gonna make a short story very long. I can already tell.
Well, let's see.
I kind of started messing around with him when I was really young at 14. And then I had my first daughter at 17 and then my second daughter at 19.
And she can't change a battery.
And she can't change a battery. Yes.
And we were
okay.
So we weren't really in an official relationship. Just to be like really honest, we were more so like messing around.
So Allie, she's using the young and dumb excuse. What are your thoughts on women who say, "Listen, the reason I got 2 of this nigga's kids is because I was young and dumb"?
I think that's honestly legitimate. So women grow up super naive, and it's not like she had a well-rounded 2-parent household. Somebody somewhere made a mistake to where she was having unprotected sex at 14, probably maybe even 15. It depends on where you live.
Well, listen,
so yeah, in her mind, you have to put yourself in like a 15-year-old girl's mind where it's like, I love him, I want to have his babies.
But guess what? 15-year-old girls know what happens when you have unprotected sex. You have babies. Like you have children. So listen, man, when girls say I was young and dumb, like to me, that's bullshit. Like they can miss me with that. I'm gonna tell you what, 14 and 15-year-old girls, they know the game better than most 24 and 25-year-old guys. As soon as women figure out that men want to fuck them, all of a sudden they start being able to wield their power. Now, Dev, I saw you shake your head. Do you agree or disagree?
Man, like my niece, I know girls that are like 13, and the second a boy even acknowledges them,
I know.
Next thing you know, they're like, we're in a relationship. We're going out. So for her to say that she's not only been sleeping with this guy for 5 years, but has 2 kids by him, but was never in a relationship with him, I think that's just dodging any type of responsibility.
And that's exactly what that was exactly my point. Women who like to say, "Oh, I was young and dumb." Listen, you were young. But you were like you knew what laying with this nigga without a condom would do. You knew that you would have kids. There are 14 and 15-year-old girls who run circles around grown men, just dangling the carrot of sexual favors. We hear about this stuff all the time, and younger girls like dating older guys, and they still play these chicks.
Tell you a story. Not a long one.
Nice.
Nope.
No, go ahead.
No, okay. So my mom met my dad when she was 13. He was 18.
Okay.
No, sorry. He was 3 years older than her, so 16.
Okay.
They got married when she was 16 because...
Yeah, my mom was married at 16 as well.
Yeah, my mom was one of 7 kids. They were getting the kids out of the door as fast as they could. So she had to have her parent there, but she got married at 16. She had my sister at 17, had me when she was 21.
Okay.
So there is a way to be young and have relationships and start families and still take responsibility for it and not be like, oh, well, it's a long story. He just, I didn't know what I was doing. She knew what she was doing.
Go ahead, Allie.
Well, so I think in hindsight, absolutely, she knows that this was a stupid idea. But no, I don't think these young girls are getting sat down. And it's like, if you have unprotected sex, it can result in a pregnancy. And just so you know, you're going to have a very hard time finding a man who's going to lock that down for you. It's like bad planning. All they're thinking about is reproduction with this guy because he's their one-nightis going on right now. But there is a way to take responsibility for it later. I just met somebody the other day. I started doing CrossFit. It's this married couple.
Okay.
They were both super in shape. And the wife... I met her, very respectable, go-getter, super fit, have no idea how old she is except for this one gray streak. But I was talking to her husband, and then I asked, do you guys have children? He tells me that she has a child from another marriage, but they're both very attractive, very successful people. So it occurred to me that this woman obviously took responsibility, took accountability, and was able to outcompete single childless women.
There you go.
Because she got a catch. It's possible, but you have to do the work. You can't just be sitting here calling Kevin like, what's wrong with my life? And plus the second kid. The first kid, I'll give most women a pass on the first kid. High value man don't need to. I was just coming from a place of empathy. First kid, I understand. Now the second kid, like, come on, girl.
That's on you.
That don't make no sense.
That's on you. That's on you. Yeah. I'm gonna remain steadfast on this. Listen. I was young and dumb is no excuse. You don't have to sit down 14 and 15-year-old girls you don't have to tell them, hey, if you have unprotected sex, you could get pregnant. Girls as young as 12, 13 years old, they know where babies come from and they know how babies get there. So listen, she can say she was young and dumb. She can say I was young and irresponsible. There's a very big difference between being irresponsible. Yeah. And listen, and saying you were irresponsible is just taking accountability. But if you say that you were young and dumb, you're implying that you didn't know having unprotected sex would result in a pregnancy. That's bullshit. Of course you knew that. Just like when A-Rod got popped for steroids. When you're young and stupid, you're young and stupid. No, A-Rod, you knew at 25 years old that jabbing yourself in the ass with a needle would make you stronger. I don't want to hear that you were young and dumb. And guess what? Nobody cut him a break, so I'm not cutting this girl a break. Let's continue.
And then, like...
Wait.
Uh-oh.
How can you not be in an official relationship and got whole babies?
So this is how it started off. It started off like just like
here's the reason.
You know, like messing around, and then like I had very low self-esteem at that time.
Here we go.
Things like that.
Here we go.
So I kind of like let him control me.
Here we go.
And,
here we go. It's always a man's fault. I let him control me. Jesus.
Yeah. Then I ended up with 2 girls, and I was like trying to do like, you know, I really tried to do the whole family thing with him and like work with him, but I just realized that, you know, it was better off just me, you know, being on my own with my 2 girls.
Okay.
Because,
go ahead, Allie. You got something?
Well, I want to say, again, hindsight is 20/20.
Of course.
I didn't know walking into this that she was going to end up playing the ultimate victim card. I let him control me. I let him control. I tried to do the family thing. No, you didn't.
Right.
Because if you were trying to do the family thing, would have been married first. Like she's capped. I rescind my empathy. I'm taking it back. This lady's an idiot.
Okay, very good.
I remembered, you know, Donovan, you're right. But, you know, some of these topics are like vulnerable for women.
Sure.
I remembered being 15, wanting to have sex, and I knew that my mom probably that just wasn't gonna happen. But I didn't want to get pregnant because my mom was a teen mother, although she was married. Mm-hmm. So I devised a plan in my head that I was going to tell my primary care that I was having really bad cramps, and that's how I got on birth control, and that's how I didn't get pregnant young. Now I still wish that I saved myself for marriage, but you're right. These women do know.
Dev, you smiled.
Damn, I wish I had thought of that reason for going on birth control. I just told my mom.
You had to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said to be honest. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be a hoe mom.
Yeah. Got a boyfriend. I think it's time.
Yep.
Like it didn't serve me or my daughters to be in a relationship.
Did you go to college?
Yes, I was in. I did a couple years of college.
So, how tall are you?
I'm about like 5'5", 5'6".
Dress size.
Excuse me?
Dress size.
Did you hear what he said?
My dress size. Oh, I'm about a medium.
What number would that be?
Now you can see it, Allie.
Dress size? What do you mean? Like about like a size 8.
Okay. First of all, you're definitely a single woman because you got the single woman tell. That damn smoke detector. How do you live with that?
How do you sleep?
Listen.
The way that I've been living with just being a single woman is
no.
Did you hear what? So Kevin asked her, how do you live with that damn smoke detector? And she wants to talk about, she did not even hear the question. Now, I'm going to go ahead and warn you two. I guess I should have said this earlier. This particular female, Allie, she not too bright. You are going to see.
You don't say.
Yeah, she not too bright. And so what you are going to find out here very quickly, she does not have a lot of intelligence. So, listen, she said she was young and dumb. I think she's definitely dumb. I'm still not gonna rescind. My guess is that you're probably not gonna rescind your recension of the empathy. But just to let you know, the young and dumb argument might actually have a little bit of validity, just given how this woman tends to respond to this stuff. I just wanted to warn you up front. So let's continue.
No. Specifically, the smoke detector that keeps chirping. How do you live with that?
Can you just elaborate more on like what do you mean by the smoke?
It keeps going beep.
Like red flags?
That smoke detector.
Oh,
that's beeping in the background.
my God!
Really, nigga?
There's a smoke detector.
Is that what that is?
It beeps every 30 seconds.
Listen,
it goes, beep.
now watch.
I don't hear anything beeping.
See that?
Did you just hear it again? Because I don't hear anything.
Unbelievable.
Wait for it.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
I got something about the smoke detector, just so you
Let's
know.
do
so
it. What you got? What you got, Allie? What you got? Go in.
Oh my gosh.
Go in.
Well, it's not going in, right? It's just so I grew up in a single mother home.
Okay.
And our smoke detector was always going off, and I didn't know like it was. I didn't know that they could be quiet. I had no idea that it was just chirping.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So you did not know that smoke detectors could be silent. So you just grew up thinking that smoke detectors just chirped all the time. Wow.
I was just like, this thing doesn't shut up. I'm like, I guess it must be important. It's hardwired. But, single mother homes. But then Kevin went on to say, he said a couple times, do you have a man in the house? Well, I remember having my ex-husband, not a bad guy, just, wasn't the one.
Sure.
And yeah, we had some smoke alarms chirping there too. So I've learned a lot. And now I got a man who changes some dang batteries. So good.
There you go. There you go. Wow. Okay.
And we go as far as just ripping that thing out of the wall.
Oh, yeah. And see, ours are hardwired too, and I'm just not having it. I'm not having it.
If it goes off too, like if it's too sensitive, you'll just.
I'll just rip that motherfucker out and then plug it back in. Ostrike, $10, says the only reason to want a wife with money is to reduce the risk of financial loss during divorce. This is a losing strategy because divorce with her is far more likely. Men don't want divorce, period. Yeah, exactly.
Told you guys they don't hear it after a while.
Listen, she does not hear it. There it was.
There it was.
The beep. Oh,
yes.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I have to replace my fire smoke detector.
Oh my God!
Batteries.
You don't say.
Okay, so I just noticed it, and maybe I've become immune.
You didn't notice it.
I didn't.
And it's the first.
Some chocolate black women. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
It's one of the first things men notice about you ladies because
unbelievable.
A man would not sit there with that thing beeping like that. Every 15 seconds it beeps.
Okay, noted.
And you've got and my point is, guys, the things that we notice, they don't notice. They get comfortable.
There it is.
It just beeped again.
There it is.
And she didn't even notice it. She don't even know what I'm talking about. She's like, what are you talking about?
Unbelievable.
Right, I thought you were like trying to, like say something,
No, I'm saying it's a single woman tell.
I'll tell you what, though. Listen, the bitch can't change their smoke detector, but the nails are on point. You see, her nail game is on point.
Yeah.
That's probably why she can't change the battery, because they too long,
Hey. You're probably right.
It's the single woman tell that a woman is single or got a husband if she got that thing going on. So my ultimate point is, okay, yeah.
So look, she is just now finding that out. She just now is finding that out. Holy shit! Yeah, mind blown.
See, and those kind of things keep women single.
Mm.
So
and I got to be more alert.
Well, and I'm just being honest. A woman with 2 kids, and you say that you and your child's father really weren't that serious, but you got 2 whole human beings.
Yeah. Well, I was more serious with him, but then again, I kind of just allowed him to
Here it is.
Disrespect me, and
Here we go.
I can't go that path.
Nope,
you
ain't doing it.
Smoke detector beeping off. So I don't know what the hell you did either. Y'all ladies.
Listen, I don't want to listen. Not even to play the victim or nothing.
I'm just saying. But thing is, in all seriousness, because ladies,
you got her with that one.
Because I don't know his side.
Right.
And there's 3 sides to everything. But what we do know, you're 27 with 2 kids, and your youngest is how old?
My youngest is 8 years old.
All right.
Her youngest is 8 years
At
old.
least he's not in diapers, or probably haven't been changed in 6 months.
So, Allie, this woman is 27. She has 2 kids. The youngest is 8. So it's going to be at least 10 years. At least 10 years before he is up out of the house. I mean, how do you like this girl? How do you like her chances?
I don't think she has a lot of chances. I feel bad being the bearer of bad news when I try to tell women like that this is it until they're 18. That's it.
Right.
I try to tell them, the silver lining is your girlfriends are probably still going to be raising kids that he won't be. But there's so much going on because it would be different if her 8-year-old was a model citizen. But typically, like these kids that grow up in single mother homes are extremely disrespectful.
Yep.
And it's just because it's too much for one person to take on, especially an emotional woman. I mean, some women are so frazzled from single motherhood that they keep feeding their kids every time they ask for a snack. All of a sudden they have an obese child.
Uh-oh.
It's just overwhelming. Like, you're not meant to do it alone. So like, just stop. Go to CVS. Like, birth control is $20. One time I had to pay cash, $20. Easy.
That's it. $20. She couldn't be bothered. But well, remember, she was young and dumb. So apparently she didn't realize that there was birth control on the market. So
I highly doubt that both of those children are from that same guy.
I don't think they are either.
Ooh.
I think she's capping there. I was actually thinking that a few minutes ago. I think the reason why she is saying that both of the kids are from the same father is so that she is to save face. But I think this is the typical baby mama who has multiple kids by multiple men.
Either that or she doesn't know. So she's, I already have one by him. Let me pin it on him.
Yeah. Why not?
That damn smoke detector. And the thing is, realistically, most men who are marriage minded would put you in a rental category.
Oh!
You know why?
I would like to know why, actually.
Because of those 2 kids.
Gotcha.
Those 2 kids.
That's it.
Do you want to have any more children?
It's something that is like kind of just like on the back end. Like if I
Yeah, translation. She didn't want to have 2 kids. She didn't want to have any more kids. She already had her kids. She ain't trying to have no more kids.
Yeah, man. Who wants to start over? What's there, like, past a certain age? Nobody wants to start over.
It's a wrap. Allie, what you got?
Well, the thing is, too, women are out here coming on the internet. It's very obvious that they're not enjoying motherhood, and they think that their kids aren't going to come across as content one day. Like, your children can feel when you resent them.
Wow.
It's kind of, I got some personal trauma going through right now.
This is why we like Allie, man. Allie keeps it 100. If you can think of it, then if you can think of it, if you're good with talking about it, that's fine. If not, we can move past it. Michael Furberger with the $3 Canadian says, even Helen Keller can hear that smoke detector. I don't know how, dude. If I hear that smoke detector two times, I'm on a ladder, I'm changing the battery, I'm cutting wires. I can't, dude, I will burn up at night. I don't care.
Man, we got a fan in our room that makes a funny vibration. We just trash it.
Dude, to hell with it. I want my life to be quiet. Because, dude, I talk all day. The last thing I want is just more fucking noise.
If I was to get married and
In other words, the short answer.
No.
I'm
Sirius on the Sharp Stream site says, what's the point of having kids if they can't be slave labor, right?
I'm going to come up with a word because one of my friends called it.
Listen, that's how black mothers think. I know my mom thought that way.
Oh yeah. The thing for me was my mom would tell me, "Can you put this in the sink?" and she'd be 5 feet from the sink. I'm like,
Right.
this is a power play.
Right.
This is
Right. And when I got my license at 16 years old, dude, I was running more errands for my mom than myself. It's crazy. Jesus Christ. But, I mean, listen, that's not a big deal. Because I was happy
we
to.
cool
'cause
with
I got
him
to,
now. It's all
Yeah,
good.
well, I mean, I'm cool-ish with my mom. But,
Man, any excuse to get out of the house was a good one for me.
Listen, well, not only that, it's just when you learn to drive, like in hindsight, yeah, I was happy to yeah, Mom, is there anything you need from the grocery store? Because I just wanted an excuse to drive. Hey, that's what it is.
The bee babble. I don't want to call it that, but it's woman babble. The answer is no. I don't want to have another kid.
There it
I already
is.
got 2
See that?
kids, and that's
See?
enough.
See, women can rarely tell me this, Allie, and I'd like to get your answer on this too, Dev. Why is it that women can never just answer a yes or no question, yes or no? Do you want to have any more children? Well, it depends on just yes or no. Why couldn't she just answer yes or no?
A lot of women are trying to preserve self-esteem or concoct a story so that you judge them less. Men tend to be very straightforward when you ask them questions. I was talking to my fiance about this the other day because I talk to women from coaching, but also with friendships. And sometimes I'll ask them the important questions like, why did you make that decision when you understood the consequence from a previous interaction? And then they just like go off into a story. And it's almost like they didn't hear the question I asked them. It's like the closer the question is to the truth, the less likely they want to just give you the answer.
Right.
And I'm sitting here like, I know I asked this heifer a legitimate question, but my fiance says the same thing. Apparently he asked me questions and I just go left. So
Wow. Dude, Allie is a savage. This bitch just said, I just asked this heifer a question. I love how Allie, she's very sweet and submissive and demure.
And stabs you right in the neck.
Hell yeah. She said, oh yeah, she's a hoe for show. She's a hoe for show. You don't even see it coming.
So
Allie the Assassin. That's going to be her nickname. Dev, I forgot to get your answer. Why can't women just be straight up? Because I agree with Allie. I think it's a safe face.
Well, most women have no conviction, for one. Like,
Yeah.
they can so easily be swayed if by the right guy that they're going to want to keep all their doors open and all their options open. And also, like, she doesn't want to be disqualified by anybody. So if she meets the right guy who says he wants kids, all of a sudden she's going to want more kids.
There you go.
So it really all depends on the man and what she feels is worth giving up whatever she wants for him.
If that nigga wants kids, that nigga getting kids. That's what she should have said.
Doesn't even get a kid.
Oops.
All he does is he becomes a stepfather. Is there?
Well, I'm willing to.
Hold on. Before you say that, I need you take your not with you and your children. Okay. This is a question in general. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Is there any honor in being a stepfather these days?
To be honest, it all depends on the individual's core values.
Unbelievable.
I get so sick of you ladies doing this stuff.
That's it.
Everything is always, it depends, and it's individual. It's not always individual. I asked you a general question. A general question. And when you guys, ladies don't want to say...
Watch her eyes as Kevin is talking. It looks like, and look at her eyes, Allie. Look at her eyes, Dev. It looks like she's trying to devise an answer that will appease Kevin in the crowd. Watch.
No.
Okay, yes, if they're a good individual, like a good role
She's
model.
Still
person,
qualified it
right?
again. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
But then again,
for the men out here, working around, what do men see that happens to men who marry women with children? Do men see men who are currently stepfathers being honored, being praised, being spoken of highly, being given adoration, massive respect by the women, the community, the society?
my brother is a perfect example.
Oh, here we go. Here we
go. Okay, where do you see this? Because the men don't see this.
What are your thoughts, Allie? Is there any honor in being a stepdad, yes or no?
Most likely no. So I have personal experience with this.
Okay.
I grew up with a stepfather. I'm fairly certain that my family is never going to make it to this corner of the internet, so whatever.
I love this.
My mom ended up meeting my stepfather. I think I was 11. Things got really serious around the time I was 13. So and my mom was always trying to like push father figures on me. To the point where I was like, come on, like, just leave me alone. I eventually got to a point where I was like, I am my own father. Like, forget it.
There you go. That's a spirit.
But with my stepfather, I feel a little bit bad when Kevin talks because he didn't get a good deal. Granted, though, he chose that deal. He chose my mom,
You're right.
who had, she was a single mother. Like, he kind of had to have some awareness about him. But I had a falling out with him, and I don't talk to him anymore. Because... Yeah. So the thing is that he invested all that time, money, effort, resources, energy, raising me, providing for me and my mother. And then he doesn't even get a daughter out of it at the end of the day. And I'm not trying to be cruel. Like, the reasons why I had a falling out were fair, but for a long time I was kind of engaged in this relationship that made me, it was lukewarm. It was like a lukewarm dad. I'm like, this just isn't it. But it hit me one day. I was like, I'm not biologically related to this man. I don't have to have a relationship with him. And then that's how I walked away. Right.
Okay.
So yeah, Kevin's right. Like it is a short end of the deal sometimes.
It's a
really
thankless-
risky to be a stepfather.
It is. It's a thankless job in most cases. Dev, you were raised by a stepfather. Talk about your experience with your stepdad while I step out and go take a pee.
Yeah, sure. So my my stepdad met my mom when I was like 2, and this year they'll be celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary. So really, he's my dad. I really make no discrimination between stepfather father. Luckily, my like I feel like merch. My parents were the exception to the rule because my mom was so young when they met. She was like 23, so they still had the opportunity to create their own family together, rather than kind of piecemeal a family based on what he's like her leftovers is basically what I'm trying to say. So I think it can work, but also like Allie, like what you were saying, there is no guarantees that whether you like your own children are going to stick around or like not become like distant from you as you grow older too. So there are equal like examples, I guess, of that. There are no guarantees for stepdads, right?
Right. I think it just came down to he broke my trust way too hard, and that's where I was like, forget it. Like, fathers don't do that. Goodbye. But I do see some successful stepfathers.
I can relate to that very much, you know, but it's funny how, you know, because they had more children, which are my half brothers, like that was kind of the glue that keeps the family together, you know. So could you imagine like if your stepdad and your mom had more children, you would still have to like speak with him because you're still family. That's part of the family still intact, I guess.
I don't know, Devin. I'm a little bit serious about my scissors. I gotta preserve my peace. So
I respect that. I really respect that. That's awesome.
That's just me though, because I mean I have 2 brothers and I do love them. It just was very surprising to me when I ended up falling into that typical story about a stepfather, but I do see some stepfathers that they get a good deal. Like we can talk about single mothers who are outperforming single childless women. There's women out there doing it. But when I see these successful stepfathers, I mean, the house is clean, their belly is full, and probably some other things are empty. So they're catered to. It's just
some other
you know,
things.
that's not every man, that's not every woman.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're gonna do it, be dedicated because you got to get your kids a father.
And
so
like,
put some effort into it.
And like what Fresh and Fit say, it's a matter of probabilities.
Yep.
And
that's right.
And to Kevin's credit, there really is a very few. The numbers don't work for stepfathers, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, you have to get a really, really good deal. Ostrike, $5 says batteries are a red flag because they indicate, number 1, pathological procrastination. Number 2, a lack of men's willingness to provide those resources she lacks. Wow. Let's continue.
My brother, he recently, he's been married for about 5-6 years now. The woman, she had 4 children, and then she gave him a daughter, and he's been, taking care of the household, taking all the...
This bitch had 4 kids. She gave him a daughter. So her womb had been used at least 4 times by at least one other man, and she gave him a daughter. Allie, I saw you react. What are your thoughts on that? That's crazy.
There's so many. I need a full breakdown real quick. This is the woman.
How
many children does she have total?
She has 2.
She has 2.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up? Where's this number 4 coming from?
She said her brother married. So we were talking about is there an honor being a stepdad? And she says, well, yes, there is, because my brother's an example. So this woman's brother married a woman with 4 kids. She gave him a daughter. So now she has 5 kids by at least 2 different men, and apparently they're making it work.
That's ridiculous. This whole, you didn't give a man a kid. You said yes to having sex. And we control 100% of the people that are born in this country.
I love it.
What do you mean? You gave him a human.
Yes.
It sounds like y'all made a human.
Yep.
Or more like she accepted the possibility of having another human in her life. Whatever.
You know, it's funny, man. Women pretend like this pretend that every time they lay down to have sex, it's with the intent of getting pregnant. All pregnancies are accidents. All of them. Very, very rarely are. The only time people are having sex with the intent of getting pregnant is when there's actual intent. But when people have sex, they're not thinking, oh my God, we're making love, we're going to bring another life into the world. No. 3 weeks later, she pisses a plus sign and they're both like, I guess we're doing this. That's how that works.
There's a lot of sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's a lot of women today too. Well, younger women, maybe older women. I don't know. Devin's Gen X. You could give us the scoop on your generation. Let us know what mistakes they made.
Feeling old all of a sudden.
No, not at all. Dang, I definitely just lost my train of thought. I'll come back to it. Sorry.
That's okay. You were talking about Devin's genetics because Devin has really good genetics.
Oh, I'm talking about the younger generation, right? Some of these women are pregnant longer than they dated the guy, or like the woman is saying that they were dating, and the guy is just like, no, we hooked up. I mean, it's been a year, we're texting back and forth, but that's not a relationship.
No.
Sometimes you got to ask a guy in a room away from the woman if they're in a relationship, because he's next to her. He's probably like scared to death. It's scary if you get the wrong woman pregnant. Now he should have been wearing a rubber, but you know, two idiots can make a new idiot.
Hey, listen. It is. There's a difference between a mother and a mom. There's a difference between a father and a dad. Any man could be a father. Any woman could be a mother. But it takes quality individuals to be a good dad and a good mom.
Care of all the kids as. And, I totally respect that.
No. I said the world.
The world.
The country.
The world probably not. No.
Well, there we go.
We'll be like, no, that's not your kid. So.
So as a woman with 2 children, don't you think it would be important to know what a man would be signing up for? When I was coming up, men who married women with children got additional benefits in the world. They got praised. Today, men don't get praised. Today, let's have a. Do you have $2?
I do, yeah.
If you married a man, could he discipline your children like they're his own?
Yes.
And if that involved corporal.
Get out of here.
Punishment.
Listen.
Whooping.
Okay, so now we're about to see how dumb she really is. Just listen.
He could do that too.
I'm gonna rewind this.
And if that involved corporal punishment, meaning a whooping, he could do that too.
I would be.
Here comes the beatboxer.
No, I would not allow the beatboxer. No.
No.
What?
He's talking about her stutter, and she's like, what do you mean by beatboxing? She looked like Bismarcky over here.
Yeah, right. Bismarcky. Damn, listen to this chick. What you know about Bismarcky? God damn.
My mom's from New York City, man.
Oh,
so
my
there
God. This chick, dude, you can't fix stupid. You can't fix stupid. He asked her about corporal punishment. Shout out to Kevin, because he could have made her look really stupid and ask her, do you know what corporal punishment means? But he gave it. So he gave her the definition, and she still fucked it up. Let's continue.
No. He can, or he could, or he could not corporally punish your daughter.
Corporately, you said?
Corporately?
All right.
Oh, my God. You know what?
She fell out of her crib.
Yo, and look at her face. Look at her face. She looks genuinely confused. Holy shit.
Corporal. If she needed a whooping, could he give her a whooping?
At this moment in time, no, I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Thank you. See,
there it is.
You ladies want men to come in and step in and be fathers, and they don't even get to do father stuff. There is no honor in being a stepfather.
Yeah, but she'd make him change that 9-volt battery in that goddamn smoke detector, though.
No, she wouldn't. He would do it on his own. He'd bring the battery over.
Oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ! Honestly, if anybody's watching, listen, somebody go over to this woman's house and change her. Get her a pack of 9-volt batteries. Get her a pack of 9-volt batteries, and she probably has never even heard of a 9-volt battery. She probably thinks it's a battery. Probably 9 batteries. Give her a pack of 9-volt batteries and tell her, when you hear the beep, change the battery.
Damn, man.
I get where you're coming from with that too, because I see a conflict of interest there, because it's if you're married, if you're choosing to marry a man, right, and then you have children, he should have the say so to discipline those kids because he has to live with the children.
That's what should be, but that's not what happens. You just said it. That's just what you just said.
Change?
I mean,
when did what change?
When did stepfathers not be able to discipline children?
In the black community.
Oh, really?
Yes. Dude, black single mothers, and I don't know, this might be a white thing too.
I thought they let anybody
Oh
work on their kids.
no!
You got aunties
Oh
and-
no! Black single mothers, when they're dating somebody, they don't let them touch the kid. I remember Kevin before he got big. He had a woman on here said, "Hey, can your boyfriend discipline kid?" She said, Like the thought of him not corporately punishing your kids.
Corporately.
Jesus Christ, Allie, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, I can't imagine that a woman would let a man who is not biologically related to the kid put hands on the kid.
It's so weird. Women will make excuses for an abusive man who's hitting their kids because they like love him, but let him be a good dude who just wants to discipline the child appropriately, and then all of a sudden they're concerned. The thing is too is like, right? And then there's a premise too. Let's just assume that men are abusive. That's not true. I mean, you don't have to. You're not gonna beat him like the color purple. Like, come on. And if he is, why are you with him?
There you go.
There's also a higher standard. It's like in minority homes, and probably the trailer park too. A woman can beat her kids as much and as hard as she wants.
Real talk.
But let somebody else. And then all of a sudden it's an issue. It's ridiculous. Like, just stop hitting kids.
And this is why being a stepdad is a thankless job. You have all the responsibility for the kid's upbringing. You have to pay for the kid. You have to provide for the kid, but none of the authority. And there are a lot of single moms out there who won't even let their boyfriends or stepdads even discipline their kids, even with their mouths, let alone corporally punish them.
Man, I got hit in school.
Damn, you got spanked in school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I never got spanked in school, but see, yeah, her fiance is our age. Yeah.
I went to a Catholic school.
So, yeah, I got my listen.
Him too. I think Catholic or something religious. So that's where he got his tail torn up. Yep.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Ostrike, $5 says, I wonder how many men came over to her house, smashed, and left without bothering to help with the battery. It's a 2-minute job. That's a very good question. And this just the fact that these guys haven't done it yet speaks to the kind of man she can attract. I mean, she's attracting ain't shit niggas because niggas ain't trying to deal with this chick.
I couldn't do that. So when I asked you, rent or own, you said, I got to get myself together, money, and this other stuff. Men care about money after the other stuff is in place. You want a man that you would deal with at best would be a stepfather. And his hands will be tied behind his back because he couldn't even raise the children to do what he needs to. And he wouldn't get a child. So what's the advantage of marrying? What's the advantage of owning a woman in your position? I can't get a kid, and I at best I can be the kid's friend. I can't parent them, but I got to pay for them like they're my own.
So I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for myself, So what I could have to offer like a man is that I have stuff,
Execute Order 66.
Yeah, the other.
So what she's about to do here, yeah, you know about Order 66, Allie. So what she's about to do here is now she is going to give us her, I guess, sales pitch on what the man gets out of the deal for being with a woman with 2 kids by at least one dude with a beeping smoke detector.
Man's like bank account as if it's my own. I don't, if it's not in my bank account, then that doesn't have anything.
Oh, good. So you're gonna leave his money alone. Awesome.
To do with me, and I feel like I'm a very equal person.
Oh,
I compromise. I'm considerate, and I'm able to look at the bigger picture, and sometimes, because I'm not perfect, so I'm able to see when I'm being wrong, and
does what you bring to the table? Do you think it balances out the amount of investment and risk a man must bring to the table?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. This woman thinks that everything she just said balances it out. Allie, what are your thoughts? Dude, like, what are we doing here?
Oh man, women, I gotta keep it 100. Like, women don't have a whole lot to offer men. I have something to offer my man, but at the end of the day, I'm not sure really how much that is. Like, he's told me that he saves about 3 hours a week from me making his lunch and things like that. But it's just consistent access to sex. Consistent, like, you don't have to question paternity.
Right.
I try to make your life better by the cooking and the cleaning, but still, that's It's not really a whole lot, you know, and I worked at a couples store.
Right.
And these women really, they don't understand, like, the technology out there for toys for men is revolutionary right now.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
they can buy, like, robotic dolls. In fact, I think they made it really hard in the United States, in the West, I think maybe even the UK. They made it really hard for men to get the super top-notch electronic dolls. And it just makes you wonder, like, why? Women need to wake up, because if these men get these machines right, like, it's over for us.
I'm trying to tell you, it's the same reason why prostitution is illegal. If prostitution were legal in the United States, then that would force women to have to step up their game. Because if prostitution were legal all over the United States, then men really don't have a reason to mess with today's women. They can just go and pay. They can just go and pay a working girl for sex and not have to deal with all the bullshit that comes along with it just because they want to have sex. So yeah, it's no surprise that they're not letting these super top-notch sex dolls come into play. And you're right, the technology is revolutionary even now. Can you imagine where these sex dolls are going to be in a decade?
Shoot, man, the marital rates are about to drop way down.
Really?
Yes.
A man must deal with you, and he does not get a lineage. His line is forever.
She does not know what a lineage. She doesn't know what lineage is. That's why she looks confused.
End it. He can't have any. He won't get any children from you. That's
Well,
mass. Stop.
Well, I said speaking for me.
No,
no.
You don't. Okay. We've already heard. We've heard.
Yeah. Okay.
See that?
You can't go back.
Okay, so let's move forward.
No, you see. This is what's becoming a single mother. When you ladies become single mothers, you do it the wrong way, and it's so hard. It's so stressful.
When he says do it the wrong way, he is talking about caring before you marry. Listen, it's marry before you carry. And this is why we have so many single moms, is because they're out here getting raw dogged by random niggas, then wonder why men don't want them. Your thoughts, Allie?
I mean, I got caught up in a little bit of a situation like that. So I called Kevin's show, and we were talking about marriage and reproduction. And this is my understanding, that my fiance was less concerned about child support versus like alimony. What I didn't know as a woman was that I was so crazy, he was hesitant to marry me. So I can see how women get caught up on the whole, like, let me just give him a kid. It's not the smart thing to do, and you always have to think about the child first and foremost.
That's right.
But you can get lonely enough as a woman without any romantic prospects. You're like, well, maybe I'll just have a kid because they're gonna love me and give me attention. Because I think that's why I'm here today. So it's a very common story. People just don't talk about it because we can't talk about moms.
Let me ask you this. So you were that's why you weren't engaged yet, because you were crazy. How did you fix it? How did you get him to finally get down on one knee?
Basically, I just asked him, what's the problem? Because I could get a millionaire to marry me. And he looked at me dead in my face and he said, yeah, they would marry you, but they would send you right back once they got to know you. And
wow. And why did he say this? Why did he say this? Clearly you knew he was accurate, but why would he say that? I mean, I'm not trying to ask you to indict yourself, but what kind of craziness did you have?
Yeah. Oh, I just I had undiagnosed PTSD. So your girl was like super quirky, emotional, and crying all the time.
Oh, wow.
It didn't make sense.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, it's a lot better now. I went to treatment, but he told me too that those kinds of men, they have access to debutante women.
Yes.
Who are like born and bred to be wise.
That's
and
right.
He's like, look, you just be reasonable about what you're asking. You want to be my wife? Here is a wife I'm looking for. And I was like, understood. I will get that done tomorrow, right away.
Wow. And you did it, and he proposed.
It's almost like it makes sense.
Yeah,
it works.
God forbid. He told you what you wanted. He told you what he wanted. You gave it to him. You got the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew?
That there's no real joy in being a parent. What men coming in is to relieve stress.
Ooh.
And that ain't our role. We want a family. So a man would come in and have to do stuff. He'd have to be a stepfather and a husband. And like I said, he couldn't even really have full authority over children like they were his biological children. Because if you had a biological child with a man, you couldn't stop him from disciplining his own child.
That's right.
So you say the things you would bring to the table would balance all this significant risk. I don't know how you say that.
The answer is no. It absolutely would not.
The woman has no children
and
is willing to have children.
Absolutely.
And they bring the same things that you say to the table.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You didn't walk the dogs in that, did you?
I put a sweatshirt on and a coat on.
All right.
And my boots. And then I just peed them, so we're gonna have to take them back out.
All right.
What would be a better investment for a man?
So I really can't speak for a man because I'm a woman.
Here we go.
And that's the problem.
As a single
stop right
as
here.
a single mother.
No.
Don't do it.
And that's the problem. Because you ladies always think about it from your standpoint. I can't speak for a man. Well, you and other ladies need to take this lesson. Until you can start thinking from a man's standpoint and speaking from a man's standpoint,
So, Allie, what he is talking about here, which is a better investment, a younger, childless woman or an older woman with a couple of kids? Now, part of the reason you're engaged to a high-value guy is because you're 26 and you don't have any kids.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that I kept myself in a decent position in the dating market. I had like a 45-pound weight loss, too.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Well, the first time a man bought me a drink, he was blind, right? But then,
wow. Okay. All right.
Well, nobody told me I was fat, so whatever. I ended up losing all this weight, started getting like a lot of attention, and men were buying me drinks and things like that. So I didn't know that I stood a chance on the dating market. I just thought my fiance was attracted. I actually am attracted to him. I understand he's 50, but that's what rocks my world.
Yeah.
And just took it from there. I was just available. I don't think he would have pursued me if I had a child. I don't even know if I would have had time to pursue anyone if I had a child.
That's right.
There's a cost benefit. I mean, cost benefit now. Time opportunity cost.
That's
that
right.
happens when you have a child. Because how are you going to have time to date? Women have majority of custody majority of the time.
Yeah, just like we said, there is a cost. But in every sense of the word, women want all of the benefits without any of the responsibility or the cost. They want to be able to go out and date while also having children. Like, you don't have time to date if you're a good parent. So any single mom who's on a dating app or any single mom who is out on the dating market, she has to be a shitty mom, because to be able to date well, you got to be a shitty mom. That's just the trade-off. We'll finish this out here.
Can't have a man.
I agree.
It's always from y'all's standpoint.
No,
So unfortunately, do you recognize you may have put yourself in a position to where you just don't get a man? A husband.
I do recognize that. Absolutely. Because
she's capping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't get a husband, what does life look like at 60 years old?
What does life look like that 60 years old? I don't really know what my
You guys are gonna love this.
sex drive will be at that time. But it looked like a lot of traveling, enjoying life, being creative, being social settings, being around like-minded people.
What do you do for a living?
What
do you do for a living?
Right. So I recently became an independent financial professional, and
what does that mean?
What does that mean? That means.
What was that? What do you have, Allie, on this?
Yeah, what kind of job is that?
Yo.
Okay, please stop. That's like when somebody is a cart pusher at Walmart and they're like, I'm a cart relocation technician.
Right.
Like, just tell us what your job is.
Or if you're a paper boy, I'm a current events engineer. Like, there's always a fancy word for it, but this is when it gets good, because you're thinking what Kevin's thinking. Listen, watch.
That I'm able to help families by providing them with.
Okay, man. Okay. I'm a very smart man, and I know when I hear bullshit.
Oh,
Primerica or something like that.
No.
Okay. Do you have your life health 6 or 63?
Yes, I have my life.
Your life. Who do you sell life insurance for?
I sell life insurance for myself.
Right. So you're non-captive.
Yep, I'm a non-captive agent.
Right. And the upper earning potential on that is what?
It can be very well if you're willing to put in.
Yeah, ma'am. I know what you're talking about. So let's not play.
I'm not playing.
What state do you live in?
Oh, here we go.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, right. And how long have you been in this independent financial professional?
I'm sorry.
How long have you been this independent financial professional?
Oh boy.
I just started a few months ago, actually.
Right. What did you do before that for a living?
I worked in property management for public housing.
In my projects. So she was a property manager in the projects. And then she decided to become an independent financial.
She sells insurance, right?
Right.
Supposedly freelance.
Freelance.
Not getting him.
Yeah. Just let's.
If anybody in the chat knows what this woman's job is, please let us know.
Oh, listen. Kevin's about to listen. She's about to reveal it.
Okay. So you worked for public housing? So for the state?
I still do.
So for the state?
Oh, so she's still a property manager in my projects.
She owns her own business, though.
But she's an entrepreneur, right? Yeah.
So for the state?
CEO.
I work for state, federal.
Were you on salary?
No.
Hourly?
Yes.
Oh,
God. What's the most you've ever made an hour?
The most I've ever made?
Hourly.
25.
25. So I have a little model that I use. That if a woman in roughly your position makes $50,000 a year,
here we go,
$25 an hour, single with no children, and she makes that money from age 25 to age 65, and every year she gets a 3% raise for inflation for 40 years, and for every month she invests $200 into her savings. That woman at age 65, and if she had a life expectancy to 85, she would have a $750,000 shortfall.
So she'd have $750,000. She'd be $750,000 short of what she needs to retire if she works for 40 years, making $50,000 a year and consistently putting in $200 a month into an IRA. I would assume this is, and she doesn't have any kids, but this woman has 2 kids. I mean, is it over for this woman, Allie? Like what are we doing?
I think it might have been over from birth. That's why I right. Well, some women really the modeling is so bad that they may never actually have a chance at a functional marriage, relationship, children,
man.
what have you.
And it's sad.
But I don't what is up with women not understanding retirement? It doesn't compute, and it's fine if you don't want to prepare for retirement, okay, but marry a man who's gonna cover it for the both of you.
There you go.
Right? That's like why I'm in my situation. I could keep going to school, I could get a job, but I want my job to be taking care of my man, and then I'm also gonna get a benefit. I'm gonna be covered for the rest of my natural born life. That's why I know people kind of Ellie has high standards. Well, your girl's willing to work for it, so
That's
I
right.
don't really mind.
That's exactly right. Dev, your thoughts?
Men used to have pensions and women had marriage, right?
Yeah, right. But a woman's pension is no longer a man.
Well, these women, not these women, excuse me.
What do you mean, you people?
Single mother in situations like this often
Black women
who aren't not just limited to black women.
You better listen to Shabazz. You better listen.
This
dude knows. This nigga knows.
Instead of seeing men and husbands as their retirement, they're gonna basically think they're gonna rely on their kids. They're gonna live with their kids when they get old. They're gonna.
I hate that. I hate that so much. It is so ghetto for your kid to be your retirement plan. That is some ghetto stuff.
Oh boy. Listen, but see, this is why a lot of black men are going for.
They just love them some blonde-haired, blue-eyed, pink-toed, pale-skin, buttermilk complexion, ironing board backside, caucasoid mutanoid, okay, bitches. Yep.
We sure do.
In her retirement. That's a woman with no children.
Oh.
You got 2. So, presuming no husband and earnings roughly what you're making now.
Sirius on the Sharp Stream side says now women can steal a man's pension through marriage. Yeah, exactly. That's why men are walking away.
Are you going to have your $2.4 million needed to live from 65 to 85? No. 2.5 million cash at 65 years old.
That's the goal.
How are you going to do that?
Oh my
God. How much money do you think you'll need to make annually? And how much money do
to have 2 million, what was the
2.4 million because you're 27. Because you're 27 right now, right?
I'm 27 right
my
now.
brain cells back.
Dude, this woman. So now this woman is feigning thinking about finances. Go ahead, Dev. Beatboxing.
You got 38 years. You got 38 years old. You got 38 years, and you got 2 kids.
Yep. So 2.8 million, a year you said, or just in general for retirement?
Yes, sir.
We love some chocolate black women. I love the black.
Not to mention that inflation.
I want to say that the black woman is the queen of the planet Earth. She's the mother of civilization. That the black woman is the goddess of the universe.
Goddamn right, Shabazz.
Who is
what you
this
got?
guy?
What you
this
got?
guy's part of the problem. Who is this guy?
Go ahead, Deb. What were you saying?
That's just.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to let you know.
I think inflation has risen about 7% this year.
Yeah, it's been high.
Yeah,
it's been very, very
so,
high.
I mean, just think about this is just predicating that the economy is stable. Yeah, I don't think so. Her kids are her retirement plan. That's it.
I think.
That's the only hope she has. I can't blame her. She ain't got no other option.
I mean, you feel me?
She's probably gonna set her son up to live stream. Maybe
oh my God! Hey,
OnlyFans.
That'd be. Oh my God, that would be terrible. But
hey,
you know what?
Man,
Listen,
was
this
it
is
Kristen Jenner.
Who? Oh yeah, right, exactly.
Right, she figured out.
This is and you know what? And my mom actually watches she watches my show every once in a while, and I'm very honest about my relationship with my mother. My relationship with my mom is not good. My mom put us to work for her, and she just all kinds of shenanigans. My mother turned 62 last November. She has zero savings. She has no savings. She
got a bomb car, though.
Yeah, she drives a clean-ass Cadillac, which is something I told her not to get it. She bought it. My mother has no savings. She has zero savings whatsoever. So we know, the 5 of us understand. We understand that one of us is going to have to take care of her when she can no longer work. She's 3 years away from not being hired anywhere. Now, listen, she's 62, and she looks great for 62. Hashtag black don't crack.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
But the bottom line is that one of us is going to have to take care of her in elder care. Now, I have a feeling the 5 of us know who that kid is going to be. Is it going to be me? No. Actually, you know what? Is it going to be me? I love you, Mom, but no, you can't come here. Listen, my mother actually lived with me and my ex-wife for about 3 weeks. I had to kick her out the house. So, yeah, your kids, and I think that is, this is the scourge for the single black mother. Single mothers who are black. This is why they have all these grandiose plans, and I'm going to make this and that and a third. It's because they know they're full of shit. So in the end, they still think the reason why this woman can take all these ridiculous chances with this business she thinks she's going to own and make millions of dollars, the reason why she can put stock in such a far-fetched strategy that's never going to work for her is because she's got 2 kids. She's like, you know what? If worse comes to worse, my kids can take care of me. And that is some bullshit.
You're going to need, if you cannot work after 65, you're going to...
Theo Woff says, wow, I had to kick my mom out also. Yeah. The reason I kicked my mom out is because we were having a conversation about her having left us with our father to go pursue this crackhead nigga up in Detroit, right? Yeah, this is years later. My mother sat in my living room and looked me right in the eye and said, if I had it to do again, I wouldn't change anything. I said, Mom, you got to get the fuck out. I said, you need to leave. Man. I said, you need to leave my house. You need to leave my home before I say something I regret. I put her ass out. I locked the door and I called my brother. I said, yo, come get your mother because she can't stay here anymore. And I had a moving company. It wasn't even a moving company. I hired someone off Craigslist. They came by with a truck, put all her shit in there. I said, take it to this address. I paid him to do it. That was it. That's the last time my mother ever stayed with me. Fuck all that noise.
I'm gonna need that money.
The life expectancy. Wait, okay.
Life expectancy is 85.
All right, so 60. So 85 minus 65, whatever that number is.
20.
Did this woman? Wait.
Good job, Devin.
Hold up. She didn't just say.
Like, did she ask for the square root of that? I mean, what's so hard here?
Hold on. I'm 44, so I might be a little bit hard of hearing. Let's run that back.
85.
All right, so 60. So 85 minus 65, whatever that number is.
You know what, man? This whole young and dumb thing is starting to look more and more legit. You know what? It is possible that this woman not being able to subtract 65 from 85 to get 20, she might not have known that having unprotected sex produces children. What do you think, Allie?
Yeah. Well, I agree. So I have an aunt who she got pregnant at 14,
Ooh.
and I'm very serious. She did not know that she could get pregnant from sex. Had no idea. Wow. So I don't know what's going on in these public inner city schools, but somebody need to do something. Stop paying your taxes because it ain't working. It's not working. And then I know Donovan talks a lot about Black single mothers and things like that. Like, look. There are problems within certain communities and cultures, and if Donovan was white and an academic, he could talk about it, or if Donovan was a Black woman, he could talk about it. But because he's a man, he can't. I don't buy that, because the similar situations occur in my cultural community, and I come from a Latin Caribbean situation, and then all my girlfriends were going through similar traumas with their parents and their mothers. So there's something to it. You're not just saying it to say it.
I agree, but the one argument that I would make against them not knowing, especially if they live in the hood, if there's one thing they know in the hood, is that fucking niggas raw get you pregnant. They know this because dude, single mothers in the hood are almost always underage. How many times, like, honestly, you watch the NBA draft, you watch the NFL draft, you see some kid, Mr. First Round defensive back out of LSU, his mom looks like she's his age. I'm like, whoa, like, he's got a young mom. This kid is 21 years old, right, getting drafted into the NFL or the NBA. Mom's is 34, 35 years old. You're like, what the? All of these mothers are young. And so if you came up in the hood and you're looking around at all these pregnant young women, if anything, they know fucking niggas raw is going to get them pregnant. So this woman is stupid. She ain't that goddamn dumb.
I don't know, like 13, 14-year-olds are pretty dumb, though. Like, I could give you two examples.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I can give you two examples.
Okay.
My niece didn't know that you didn't pee out of your vagina.
Well, I didn't know that until I was like 25.
Dude,
my girlfriend actually had to show me. I was like, oh, it's a different. I mean, I didn't know.
She's like,
but did
how do
she
you
know?
pee with a tampon in?
So she didn't have but
Devin is right. I mean, there are women out there. I don't know. How do you not know? I don't know.
Listen,
look,
hold on. Our culture is sex obsessed. We know the culture is sex obsessed. These kids out here don't know shit, but they know how to fuck. They know where babies come from. Listen, this bitch can't add, subtract, multiply, or divide. But I promise you she knows where babies come from. I ain't trying to hear all that.
Yeah, but they don't know anything about anatomy. Like, she just learned.
What does anatomy have to do with?
She just learned that, like, she's like, you know what I learned in school today?
What did she learn in school today?
She thought that testicles were separate. Like, she thought there was two of them.
Oh, you're telling on Olivia.
And like,
yeah.
So I teased the heck out of her. I was like, good thing you learn that now, because you'd be like, how come all these boys only have one ball?
Yeah. So Devin's niece Olivia, cute as a button. She thought she doesn't watch the show. Hopefully she doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
Sorry, Olivia. Olivia thought that testicles each had their own sack.
Yeah.
So she thought there were two sacks, which is a good thing because we know she's never seen a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
We know she's never seen a dick, so that's good.
Kind of a good thing, yeah.
I thought it was so cute.
It was hilarious.
I laughed so hard.
But guess what? Listen, Olivia might not have known that the balls are in the same sack. but Olivia knows where babies come from and how they get born. Am I wrong?
She knows.
There you go. That's my point.
You're right. They know they can get pregnant. They just don't know how.
They
hard
don't
it's
know
gonna be.
anything else. They don't know
Single
nothing
mothers,
else.
they don't. Yeah, they don't really put it out there. Like, I'm struggling. I cry in my pillow every night. It's really hard. It's not that. It's like, these kids are my world. My kids come first. But then they're like at the club, like an hour later.
Yeah.
So I don't really.
Do you know why? But check this out. This is interesting because we talk about young women who they know where babies come from, but they're unable to control themselves. It's the same thing when I was a teenager. Dude, I was a walking fucking hard on. All I wanted to do was fuck. The creator, the good Lord, whoever created us, it was necessary for the advancement of the species. You see, whoever created us, when the creator said, okay, when men are young, okay, I have to make them like, I can't give the young man enough blood to operate the penis and the brain at the same time, because if I did, he would know if I fuck this chick, I could bring a child into this world. Right? So when he doesn't have a hard on, he understands, okay, I don't want to have sex because I don't want to get anybody pregnant. He sees a pretty girl, all of a sudden his dick gets hard, his brain stops working, and he thinks, and it's funny, we laugh and we chuckle, but this is why the desire to engage in the act that creates other people, this is why it's so strong. So while Olivia, just recently found out that balls come in one sack instead of two separate sacks, if she meets the right guy and she really wants to be with him, of course she's not thinking about the future, not at the moment, because in the moment she's just thinking, I want this guy to be with me forever, and oxytocin, and the kid is just thinking about fucking. Then you get that post-nut clarity. Holy fucking shit, what have I done? You want to know why he has that post-nut clarity? Because now the blood has now moved from the cock into the brain, and now he's thinking again. And it's funny. We laugh and we chuckle because this is a very funny analogy, but this is the truth. This is why women and men, this is why women cannot exercise common sense when it comes to being sexually attracted to men outside of their relationships. It's the same reason why men, if they see a pretty girl, they want to fuck her no matter what. It's biologically necessary. Anybody have anything to add to that? No?
No, it's true. I asked my man about post-nut clarity because I know a lot about the manosphere, but some things I find out are new. And this post-nut clarity situation is new. Now, you talked about it more so with projects around the house, like telling your man when he's sexually frustrated, I really need this stuff done. Then he nuts. Then he's not into it anymore. I don't know if I should be saying that word.
That's okay. So, we're all adults here.
Well, yeah. So he really just told me that post-nut clarity for him had been he would sleep with women and then he'd be done, and then he's like, I don't think I really like her.
Oh, dude,
maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Every fucking time, dude. If you have a one-night stand there's so many girls I had a fuck buddy relationship with. It's like I couldn't wait to see her because I couldn't wait to fuck her. As soon as I fucked her, I'm like, okay, how can I get this bitch out of my house like as soon as possible? Hey man, that's just how it is.
That's true.
Let's finish this out.
20 years.
20
you gotta
years.
live for 20 years.
20 years. She couldn't do the math.
And you need that money at 65.
And then time, so 20, right? And then, so you said 2.4 million, so I would have to divide that by 20 to find out how much that is annually, to then get one.
Oh, sweetie. Oh my God. Oh boy.
And
this woman is going to be a financial advisor. This bitch can't even add. This bitch can't add, subtract, multiply, or divide. She doesn't know the PEMDAS. She doesn't know the order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. She's never heard of that. She's thinking that's some sort of salutation to somebody's aunt whose name is Sally, but she wants to be a financial advisor. Oh boy.
It's about $200,000 a year.
Oh, $200,000 a year?
Ma'am.
240,000 if we're going to be exact.
You don't make enough money to you don't see
at this moment in time.
But that's the thing.
At this moment.
That's the thing. There's not at this moment in time. You didn't go to college. So you don't have those kind of
in college to be
excuse me. See?
Oh, here we go. You don't have to go to college to be successful. Allie, your thoughts? Here we go.
She's just being defensive and protecting her self-esteem because she thinks that her education matters in ways that it doesn't. And also, let's be real, she's probably never going to go to school. Like,
Allie, I got
she's
news
probably not
for you.
going to do it.
Sweetheart, I think there's more than enough evidence. She probably never went to school. Like 85 minus 65, whatever that is.
Yeah, baby's so young too.
She's
That's
not
a fair
too,
point. Back in
she's
the
not
day,
too
your
bright.
parents let you drop out, so.
They should not have. Not with this chick.
This is what I mean, people. This is when they start to go off the rails because the
I love when Kevin stops talking to the guest and talks to the audience. That's when you know it's over.
math starts to defeat you.
Okay.
Ooh!
All right, I'll let you finish.
I've already finished.
I'll let you finish. Kevin Samuels, multimillionaire on his IG. Okay, Mr. Samuels, I'll let you finish. Awesome.
You're not going to have it. A single woman, most women cannot survive, especially a woman with 2 kids. This is why women in your position go for these entrepreneurial things.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how long you watch my show.
Uh-oh.
It's usually some sort of insurance, healthcare, real estate,
Uh-oh.
or business owner. Things that are undefined.
Right.
Versus if you go in an accountant, what the bottom line is, man, the average black woman in this country, 74% of you earn less than $50,000 a year. You don't earn that kind of money. And man, let's be real. You're not going to be earning $200,000.
No, she most certainly is not. Listen to this response.
Well, you're not going to be earning. You don't go from making $50,000 a year to 200 plus, and at 200,000, that means no kids. You still got kids.
Oh my
That's
God.
okay, but anything worth having. You have to
See,
work hard
they
for.
don't get, no, ma'am, you're just talking.
Because
You're just talking.
Wow.
You're just,
You got something?
No, I mean she's living off of those stupid quotes that you see on Instagram. What do they call
the
those?
memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, prosperity preaching is what Kevin calls it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll listen to this for
She's
a few
going to
more minutes.
manifest her man and her
There
money.
it is. There it is. She's gonna listen. She's gonna manifest her man. Would you like to know why?
I love the black woman. I want to say that the black woman is the queen of the planet Earth. She's the mother of civilization. That the black woman is the goddess of the universe.
That's why. That's exactly why.
ma'am, you're just talking. At 65 years old.
It's so funny how uncomfortable Devin gets when I play that stuff.
The
Oh,
blacker
you
the
be making
berry,
me
the
crack
sweeter
up.
the juice.
That is
You
Malik.
just got me scared because I'm still in the process of earning my black card on YouTube. So hopefully I'm working on it.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, YouTube never gave me my black card. As soon as that's why I actually started doing YouTube, to prove to everybody that I really am black. And there are those.
They couldn't tell.
No, well, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and blame them for that. But there are those who, even after seeing me, they still say that I'm not black.
So you, it might be seen that way.
No, I'm asking. Okay, do you have over $25,000 cash?
No, I do not. I have somewhat close to that.
No, she don't. No, she don't.
Oh my God.
She got $500. $500.
No,
Maybe.
Listen. Look. This bitch has $14 in her checking account right now. That's what she has.
Right, fair
She's got
point. You're
$14 in
probably
her
more
checking
right.
account right now. This bitch ain't got nowhere close to no $25,000. You want to know why I know that? Because you didn't have the money to buy a fucking 9-volt battery to change out that fucking smoke detector battery. That's why. Fuck out of here, man.
But
J Blaze 11 says, hang with Jen and you'll get a black card. Yeah, Jen's giving herself permission to call other black people niggas because she calls herself Afro. Well, yes, she calls herself Afro Latina, so she thinks that gives her a pass to call black dudes niggas. She quickly
It's
learned.
the difference between Fat Joe and Mark Anthony. Because she's ghetto, she can do it. I have problems because I talk like I received an education, which was, my family were like, oh, you talk really white. But
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like, you wanted a better life for me. You sent me to school. What did you think was going to happen? But I can't be tossing that around. I got called a Karen once. I was like, okay, right?
Wow.
Like I am African, Native, and Spaniard. Like my behind is definitely not from the Spaniards. Okay, like I know who gave me that, and these lips too. Like I know where that came from.
Look, Ellie.
Anyway, glad
look,
Jen got her card.
I hate to break it to you, but in the eyes of the black community, you a white girl. In other words, you are a.
They just love them some blonde head, blue eyed, pink toes, pale skin.
My toes are yellow. Okay? I'm yellow. I am not pink. I'm yellow. Get it right.
You said yellow toes. All right, 30 more seconds.
But that's the point, man.
She's fucking
This
hilarious.
is just basic retirement and financial planning.
Mm-hmm.
You don't save your way. You earn and invest your way.
That's
and
right.
you can't do it as a single woman. Be quiet. You can't earn more money because you don't have the skills.
Oh.
What kind of professions pay women $200,000 or more?
It's the professions in the financial industry.
That's bullshit.
Boy.
No, it's not.
What profession in the financial industry?
As an independent financial
professional. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's not true. The average woman doesn't make $200,000 in financial
Oh,
services.
yeah, no, not the average woman.
Well,
Absolutely.
man.
Oh, I guess she's not the average woman.
So you have to look at the average.
Okay, so we're talking average.
I'm
It
talking
doesn't
about
matter.
you. I'm talking about you, lady who was a property management.
and I'm
I'm
not-
talking about you. Yes, you are, ma'am. You're 27 with 2 kids and you were a property manager at a project.
Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's where we are going to end this shit show. Allie, your final thoughts on this Kevin Samuels interview? I don't know. The floor is yours.
It's just female delusion. It's really bad. I have been burned so many times by female entrepreneurs in comparison to male entrepreneurs. These women don't understand that your product has to speak for itself and it has to be good or I'm not coming back. But it's also, I'm a CEO. Well, are you self-sustaining your finances on at least like $60,000 a year? Can you live off of your profession? Because that's the only way you can be a CEO. Not like, I got a lash business. I got $200 for my girlfriend. Like, get out of here. Go do something hard. Or join the military. If you're under the age of 35 and you're a broke woman, like, I don't want to hear it if you're able-bodied. Join the military.
Join the military. The first thing that you need to ask a woman who calls herself a CEO, oh, you're a CEO, is your company publicly traded on the NASDAQ? Well, why is that important? Well, if you are the chief executive officer, you are in charge of the company. Your job is to make money for shareholders. And if you have shareholders, you are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. So again, I ask, is your company publicly traded? Exactly. They love the name, they love the title of CEO just because it sounds good. There are not that many CEOs in the world. I'll give you the last
Queen
word, Allie.
too.
Say what?
Or the word queen
Oh,
is overused a lot. Women just want to feel so much better than how. I think most people are like that, but when we facilitate these things with women, it's the women that suffer because they die childless and alone and confused. Now, I mean, the childless part, you can get dang near any guy to impregnate you.
Oh, yeah,
but it's the women who lose when you lie to them.
There you
So
go.
just stop doing it.
Allie, thank you so much for spending almost an hour and a half with us on tonight's podcast. One more time, tell the people where they can find your YouTube channel and your IG.
You can find me at Real Femme Sapien on YouTube. I make good content.
Yes,
I actually take it pretty seriously.
Good.
I just drop gems for women so that they can lead better lives. And on Instagram, I write little bits of articles, and I'm at Real Femme Sapien over there as well. So that's where you can find me.
Perfect. Allie V, ladies and gentlemen, she will be on the all-female panel, Not All Women, this Sunday afternoon at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dev and I will be in Miami, but we're still going to make that happen. Allie, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Allie V, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate her. We appreciate her stopping in and gracing us with her thoughts. Dev, what are your closing thoughts on this interview here?
Man, this is like every woman that Kevin interviews. It's just the same thing over and over again.
I feel like merch.
I didn't say it.
Merch.
I caught myself. How does this woman plan to be a financial advisor if she can't do basic addition and subtraction? That's what's killing me.
Well, she can manifest it, Dev.
Oh, well,
you didn't
yes.
know? I thought you knew.
Dude, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, women are lost. This is why Listen, part 2. This is why black women are single. This is why they're single. Listen. Don't shoot me. I'm the messenger. Listen, that's all I got. That's all I really got on that. So, all right, let me read these super chats, and then we will get to our next topics here. I'm actually getting a little bit hungry. I think I want to order in tonight.
I want a steak.
Oh, that sounds good.
I really want a steak.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. We'll get steak. Yeah, Devin loves any steak she doesn't have to make.
Right.
She doesn't have to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll certainly order in.
Yay.
I'm thinking Outback maybe. We just got to make sure we get up in time to catch our flight tomorrow.
Yeah, I still have to pack too.
Yeah,
and finish laundry.
It's a 2-day, 2-night trip. I'm not tripping.
Are we
Pun
going
intended.
on a Fresh and Fit?
I think we are. By the way, guys, Dev and I will be in Miami this weekend. The main purpose of us being in Miami is to we're looking at venues for the 2022 Conference of Masculine Excellence, the CME. Mm-hmm. And if Myron and Fresh have an opening, hopefully they can squeeze us on so that we can talk about the CME and everything else. So
and we got dinner with my brothers.
Oh, yes, we have dinner with your bro. Oh, so they are coming.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Dude, her brothers are fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
One is an alpha Chad who doesn't realize he's an alpha Chad. And the other one...
Oh, the boat captain?
Yeah, dude, this guy...
His charter boat, yeah.
Dude, I'd have 9 kids
Miami.
if I were that dude. Yeah, oh my God. And then her other brother is... I think he's probably the smartest human on the Eastern Seaboard.
And funny, too.
Yeah, he's very, very funny. He has 2 PhDs.
Mm-hmm.
One in bugs, one in plants. Yeah, her brothers are stupid. I mean, dude, and it's so funny because the younger brother, who's the alpha Chad, is so envious of the older brother because of his
so
brains.
Smart, yeah.
Because he's so smart. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, both are just awesome people.
They really are. Your brothers.
Shout out to my brothers.
Yeah, you were blessed with good brothers, man. Your brothers are cool as hell. They love them some me though.
I know it's funny because the big one, Alpha Chad that you call, he was 4 pounds when he was born. So
oh yeah, that's right.
I remember holding him in the palm of my hands.
Amen.
And now I'm like, hey.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Pretty
what is
amazing.
he? 6'4"? Like he's a tall dude. He's a tall dude.
Yeah. Grinder
with $2 super chat says single moms don't teach their sons about protection. Absolutely right. Cody Marshall, $5 says beep, low battery. Every chick that don't need a man, boss chick smoke detectors always beep. That crap will drive me crazy. Dude, I will never ever
it never
understand
fails
it.
too. It
I will
never. It
understand
makes me wonder how many people in the United States have smoke detectors beeping right now.
Oh my God!
Is there
Quite
just
a-
like a chorus of chirps going on?
Quite a
Do
few.
crickets even exist?
Dude. I mean, it is a sight. It is a sight to behold.
What do we got next?
So what we have next is we have a video that we're gonna break down, and we're not really gonna break the video down. We're just gonna kind of watch it, and it'll be pretty evident. And you haven't seen this yet, but it'll be pretty evident why we're watching this video. A lot of you guys have probably already seen this particular video. But Devin has not. So buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Okay, so obviously everything is circumstantial. I think that what we're not addressing right now is the fact that that is what men think that they have to do. And there's a huge chunk of women out here that are not necessarily looking for that type of energy. They're just looking for someone who's authentic. Like, one, I don't have anything to fucking do with how I look. You want to thank someone for how I look? Thank my fucking parents. If you want to compliment me on my mind. You can't do that in a club atmosphere. So obviously, interact in a way. I don't want to blame the men in any way, shape, form, or fashion because it's all part for the course. And that's kind of what the dialogue is right now, is that we're not creating the conversation between men and women.
Look at the guy next to her.
This is what I want as a woman, and this is what I want as a man. We're looking at people that are out in the club just looking to get some fucking dick. If I go out to the club, I'm just looking for some dick. I'm not looking for conversation. I'm not looking to be paid for. I just want to get laid and be gone. The problem with the major issue is that people are not communicating what they want. She might not want what I want. He might not want what I want or what he wants. He might want to just pay for a bitch, take her out to dinner, fuck her, and then go home to his wife. She might want to just fuck him, give him a massage, and then go home to her husband.
Oh, Myron's
Maybe
got the
neither of them
notepad
have a
out.
spouse. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all circumstantial. We get so caught up on a point
I don't think she knows it's
that we're not
circumstantial.
thinking like every single person is a single person.
But wait, is the video true or not?
Yeah, because in Miami, in
the video,
So let me pause it right here. I'm actually going to speed this up a little bit because I think that we can probably, I think we can get the point. We can get the point even if we speed this up. So I'm going to speed this up 1.25. We'll go 125%. Here we go.
That's what I'm saying. The video is circumstantial. The video is posed. Mommy, I have a production company. I could post that same video and say,
yes or no. If the video was right, the video was. They just
no, it's not because, like I said, there's a certain amount. Hey, wait. I fucking let you talk. Let me speak. There's a certain amount of women. My G. There's a certain amount of women that don't feel that fucking way. Just like there's a certain amount of men that aren't going to the club or aren't going. They're not. Listen, there's a certain amount of men and women that are grown and they have built empires and they have built things that matter to fucking them. They have built things that change the community and they're not looking for some bird brain bitch or some bird brain dude to please them for a goddamn night. If I want to bust a nut, baby, I got a detachable shower head and rechargeable batteries that can serve me to bust a nut. Yeah. I've done the song and dance. I'm 34 years old. I know what I fucking bring to the table. I'm not gonna. If I had a man who approached me and said, "Hey, girl, I want to buy you a drink," I wouldn't be disrespectful to them. Listen, that's not something that we can calculate. Just like statistics, we can't calculate.
A stereotype only got to be 51% true to be real.
But wait,
the majority of Miami girls
are
talking about that video.
Pause, baby.
You may not be
just give me a second. I'm pausing to give you a second. Listen, but I'm telling you, wait, give me a second.
Do you understand the point of this video? Why I'm playing this yet? Do I need to play it some more?
I mean, she doesn't shut up.
There it is. There it is.
Really?
There it is. Yes.
It's like, let me overtalk everybody till they agree I'm right.
Dude, this woman, and I'm going to speed this up to 1.75. Because but because she never shuts up. She will not shut the fuck up. It is a sight to behold. She talks over and through people. She's listening to respond.
What I'm saying to you is that we're not fucking... Yo, I gave you the fucking respect. Now look at me and fucking respect me. The problem is we're not creating the fucking dialogue to respect each other because he's not respecting me. I don't give a shit what the problem is you're joking about a situation where we're having an actual dialogue about it. I was quiet the entire time y'all spoke. Yes, I was. For the most part. And come on, my G, you spoke multiple times. I'm not here to point fingers. I don't give a shit about arguing back and forth. The only reason I'm here right now is to create a dialogue in which our community benefits from. If y'all ain't here for that shit, what the fuck are you here for? The conversation is right now.
Get the fuck out like
that. That wasn't in my fucking contract. That wasn't in my contract. My contract didn't say pull up if you're a fucking thot. My contract didn't say that shit. I got pulled from a directing fucking caster. I have a production fucking company. You wanna talk to me? You wanna talk to me professionally? They didn't say show up for me at 305. Hot bitch, hot girl. Respect me because I respect y'all. That was a long story. You don't get this part like this. Please, now I put your hand up on my mic. You got me bent. Everybody fucking respect. I didn't say anything wrong. If anything, I never mean. Nah, devil is allowed to say. We made our connection. You got me in my head and say, we made it. Don't let me tell you me. They talk to me. Don't let them talk to me.
So the topic of this show.
Don't talk to me then.
Talk to
everybody.
For 9,000.
Everybody have a comment.
Hold on. I'm talking to you. I know your name. Courtney, I'm talking to you. I know your name. Shut up. Damn, Big City Boys. Big City Boys. We know our names. The title of this show is City Boys versus City Girls.
I didn't get that in the contract.
Yeah, get the memo.
City Girls, y'all the fucking memo.
Y'all the villains. Y'all scamming the simps. Y'all spending our money while we try to sleep.
I didn't come here to talk about City Girls. I came here to switch up the fucking narrative because I saw you and I thought what you were saying had some validity to it. And I thought you had a bad record. So I didn't come here with the intention of sitting with a group of people. Podcast and said, I want to make a difference in my fucking community.
Hear the bitch in the background talking about Frank Castle? It's almost over.
You giving up mad animosity like that's not what we said. I understand that, but you got too much passion behind it.
See, now the women are starting to jump in. So what are your thoughts so far? Just...
Nope.
It's people like this that just give all women a bad name. Like, is she, what is her ethnicity? Is she Hispanic?
I don't know. I don't know what her race is, but
there's got to be some kind of cultural reason why she just feels like she can overtalk everybody like that.
well, I do know this. She fucks niggas, y'all. Hey, look, check this out. You already know a bitch who talks like this absolutely fucks niggas. You already know.
She cousins with Jen on the block.
Yeah, right?
So, I'm gonna ask you nicely, since you're not part of the conversation, you can come another time, but if you don't talk about
I spoke to you before the show even started.
Yeah,
This is my dialogue. I work with the community. I work with middle schools. I work with all
She still won't stop talking.
As a platform for men, you want to create a dialogue for women and men to understand each other. But that's not what y'all want to do. You don't want to create a platform where men and women understand each other. You want to create a platform with control.
She came there with an agenda.
I don't know.
This is not that type of show. I think you're on the wrong show. But
You know, it's interesting.
Is she on cocaine?
Well, I sped it up to
I
1.75.
I know.
But the interesting thing is,
I know it's sped up.
I know, but here's the thing. She actually still sounds the same.
Yeah.
She sounds the same. Even, listen, whether we do this fast or slow, she still sounds like this. She will not. Go ahead. Reminds me of
Hungry hippos.
Oh my God, she will not
She's
shut up.
just going from one to another.
You're too noisy. You're too noisy.
Who hurt you?
Wow.
Who made that sound?
Oh my God.
It's funny because everybody else sounds like they're going at a normal
Yes, but she's.
pace, but she's in the back here. Who hurt you?
So I'm gonna go back to normal speed. I'm gonna go back to normal speed.
Listen, problem right now is that she's not a city girl. This is supposed to be city boys. City girls.
I'm an empire building
So then,
The person is mentally ill.
Don't try to come and please.
They cut her mic and she's still talking.
Oh my God.
Listen, you can go. You can go. You can go.
All right, look. Hey, everybody shut the fuck up, okay?
So Myron tried to let Fresh get everything. Listen. Fresh is not Myron, and Myron is not Fresh. Myron said, Fresh, listen, man, people call me an asshole. I'm gonna let you try to handle it.
He's been doing that more frequently, hasn't he?
Yes, but look what happened. And finally, Myron just had to come in and say,
All right, look. Hey, everybody shut the fuck up.
there you go. Right? This is why this dynamic works. They want Myron to be more like Fresh. Myron is not Fresh. Fresh is not Myron, okay?
Yeah.
Fresh is the socialite. Myron is the enforcer. That's how this works. This is why these people have 550,000 subscribers.
Okay? Everybody shut up, man. Look.
Yeah, if they were both exactly the same, they wouldn't have any chemistry.
Of course. Exactly.
You weren't aware of the topic for tonight? No worries. You can come another night and we can have a debate about the community or whatever else you want to discuss.
Okay.
But for tonight, if you want, I'll take you off the panel and come back another night.
There it is.
I just don't understand why my dialogue is not respected.
Oh boy.
It's very obvious that you did not understand the topic of tonight's show. Fine. We'll just have you come. Okay, it's fine. We'll have you just come another night.
She looks like she's like being reprimanded, like she's hurt.
Yeah. I think now, if this is what comes with not. See, she was talking to listen. She was obviously confused about the show topic because in the middle of all that, she says, wait a minute, that wasn't what was told to me. It appears that she really did not understand what the topic of
she
conversation.
came in there guns loaded.
She came in there guns blazing, and she was clearly misinformed. Obviously, that's her fault because she should have listened. Everybody else knew what they were talking about, but her. And that was obvious. So Myron said, okay, you misunderstood things. Cool, we can let you come back another night. She still can't shut the fuck up.
He was very kind, and she should have just been like, oh, okay, my bad. Sorry. All right, I'll step back.
She's not made that way. She's not made that way.
No big deal. Cool. So we can, you can, you know, if you want, you can go off the panel, and then Crystal will just get you back on another show. Yeah. No biggie, because this is starting to get out of hand here.
Yeah, no,
I don't want anybody fighting or anything like that.
It's not about that. It's about the dialogue.
You're just aggressive. You're very aggressive.
You're
passionate.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Don't say aggressive. Let's say passionate.
Baby, I don't think I seen you smile.
Oh my God. She's being extra.
I work with the middle school.
It doesn't matter. You're being annoying. You're being annoying.
Everybody chill out. Everybody chill out. Everybody chill out.
I can promise you that. Take my mic, my G. I don't give a fuck.
We're gonna have you. We're just gonna have you leave for now, and then you can have it come another time when we have a topic that will be aligned more with your.
Just stand up and walk away. I should have got Suki.
I'm gonna walk you out.
This is a last word type of bitch. I think that's what this is. She has to have the last word. I can't think of any man who would want to deal with that. Like, this isn't even about race at this point. Like, it doesn't, listen, I can't, listen, I mean, she's a white girl, okay, all right. But black women always talk about how brothers talk about how they're combative and this and that, and they think that we don't date them because they're black. No. Nobody, regardless of race, would date that on the screen. And her race is of no consequence. This woman talks over and through people. This woman had 10 people all talking to her at the same time, and she's trying to take them all on. That's, no.
Like you.
I mean, she was
Becky.
just, holy
That's some
God.
talent.
That is some serious talent. I don't think I'm going to subject, I don't think it's worth it to subject us to any more of this.
Dude,
She's a talk
I'm
box.
digging the fanny pack and the houndstooth.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I did see the fan. But I mean, she's a woman. She can get away. She can get away with that.
No, I don't think so.
Mr. DG 456 $10 super chat says, thought this was a sister talking. Then I looked at the screen. This chick will have you fighting other men in the club where she likes to be. This is the type of bitch. This is the type of bitch like Asian doll. She runs off at the mouth. She's the type of bitch that'll get in to get killed or get their ass kicked. That's just all there is to it. Yeah, Leroy No Jenkins says only guys with trauma would date her. Yeah, that was extreme. Oh, no, don't want no more of that. Don't want no more of that.
Get me crawling under the desk.
Oh my God. Ay. Our final topic for this evening is actually quite amusing. Quite amusing. It's about a 51-year-old reality TV star by the name of Michelle Karen. She has decided to launch a prawn career on OnlyFans to find love after being banned from dating sites.
Those cookies, though.
Oh my God! Look at those cookies. Where
Can that ad get any bigger?
What are those? What? Okay, we gotta. Oh boy, hold on. I gotta get that off of here. God damn it! Listen, I'm about to click the. Look, they got me hypnotized. I'm about to click that. I need the cookies. Oh my God. A lot of people wonder why we're not 300 pounds each. It is because we have a really nice gym and lots of discipline. Oh, there it is again. God damn it. I got to be able.
There's like a little X.
Yeah, I got to click that X. Hold up. I'll watch the X take us to the website. Hold up. Oh boy, get off of there. Oh, there we go. Whew. Okay. All right. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. God damn it. Okay. All right. That's it. I'm not. These motherfuckers. It's so funny. They know they're okay. Anyway, married at first sight, 51-year-old. Blah 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 blah. She's been working. The article starts. She's been working her behind off as an OnlyFans performer to build a better future for her family. But it turns out that married at first sight's Michelle Karen also has a far less altruistic reason for becoming a porn star. Speaking to Daily Mail Australia, the 51-year-old admitted that finding love was a huge motivator in her decision to join OnlyFans.
What is altruistic about either of those reasons?
I have no idea. Married at first sight's Michelle. Yeah. Anyway, the pansexual. What does pansexual mean?
They love anybody.
Okay,
Hold on,
look
let me
that up
go.
because I can't keep it all straight anymore. Listen, if you're pansexual, like I got no problem with you. I
Not
just need-
limited in sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. So I think that they
okay,
yeah,
perfect.
everybody.
Shout out to the LGBTQ LMNOPXYZ community. The pansexual grandmother was banned from mainstream dating apps due to her celebrity status after trolls kept reporting her accounts, leaving her with no choice but to seek out romance in the adult industry. So there's no other way to meet men except for porn.
I think that's bull. Her pictures are probably breaking the rules.
That's probably why
And she was
she's
probably
banned.
using those dating apps to funnel people to her OnlyFans.
Ooh, you're probably right. That's why she
Isn't
got
that the way it works? Ooh, look at that picture.
Michelle also shared some glamorous photos from a recent lingerie shoot with the Daily Mail Australia. In one image, the reality star looks every inch the sex kitten in black stockings and a lacy one piece. Listen, she's not a sex kitten. She is a no, she is not a sex kitten. She is a sex old cat. Oh my god.
She's a cougar, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh, Bombshell. The 51-year-old also
Oh my
shared some
God.
racy photos from a... Oh,
Did it say
she says a bombshell.
God, give me a fucking break. Oh my god. In another, she slips her curves. Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Uh-huh.
She slips her curves into a lacy red bodysuit that leaves little to the imagination.
Ooh.
The mom of two.
Is this an ad?
Oh my god. The mom of two. Hold on. The mother of two. So she's a 51-year-old single mother. She's a
I think it
grandmother,
gets better.
actually.
Yes.
The mom of two is now gearing up to release her first girl-on-girl scene on OnlyFans, which she describes as quite explicit. The X-rated video was shot on location in a Gold Coast warehouse. A warehouse. Where Michelle and a large group of other stars filmed content all day for their accounts. Oh, look at this. Red hot, the caption says. And another photo. Oh, boy. She slips her curves into the lazy. Just weeks later, the reality star came down with COVID, although it's unclear when and how she contracted the virus. Michelle's girl-on-girl flick was almost pulled from release this week after she discovered that a disgruntled fan had started leaking her content online for free. The distraught granny said that the fan was once an adoring admirer who turned on her after she was unable to respond fast enough to his private messages while she was recovering from COVID-19.
Stop the cap.
She's capping. She probably ignored him. He paid for a service, and she ignored him. That's why he started releasing this stuff. Oh, God, this is disgusting. No limits. How about that? No limits, it says. I had told my fan, she continues, I was only staying online a few hours each day whilst I was sick and to be patient while I was recovering, but this was not okay for him, she said. The fan abused me and is now blocked. This could be just payback, which is sad. My fans are usually very kind and encouraging, and was this fan until he got very upset. There's always more to the story.
Yeah, like if she's so successful on OnlyFans and she's doing this to find love and create a better future or some crap. But she knows exactly which one fan is leaking her content.
Dude.
Because she didn't respond to one message fast enough.
There you go.
Don't these people know, like, you're supposed to hire a managing company to respond to all
she
this
doesn't
stuff.
realize that she's not actually the one that's supposed to be responding. She could have easily just hired someone. OnlyFans is a subscription-based website where content can range from something as innocent as suggestive selfie all the way to hardcore pornography.
Oh, look at this.
God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, you couldn't put lotion on those knees?
Oh, no. Misha's girl-on-girl flick. Michelle's girl-on-girl flicked.
This is gross. Ugh. Michelle, a mother of two and grandmother of one, is older than most of her contemporaries at 51 and is also known for performing hardcore acts other OnlyFans models just aren't prepared to do. She's no stranger to online piracy after one of her, quote, self-pleasure videos from last February was leaked, then circulated on Facebook after she posted it to OnlyFans.
Ew.
Who is pirating this woman's content?
And
Like,
how
who
is it being
is-
circulated on Facebook?
This is...
Isn't that, don't they shut that stuff down? Like,
I mean, I know porn is allowed on Twitter.
oh really?
Yeah, like there can be, yes, porn is
Wow.
allowed on Twitter, yes. Despite the leak, the Blue Movie Beauty, recently revealed she was raking in between $5,000 and $7,000 per month as an adult entertainer. Oh my God. She told the Daily Telegraph that her main motivation for the X-rated career move was to financially support her family. Yeah, she's probably right about that. Being a single mom, I've never really had the extra cash to do much with or to live an extravagant life, but I just don't want my children to have to struggle to pay bills or be in debt. Whatever I must do so they can get a deposit or loan so they can move forward, I will do that, she added. Okay.
Need some downing in there, like.
Michelle, who used to work as a policy trainer in the police force, recently became a grandmother after her son Sam welcomed a baby boy with his girlfriend. I guess that's his girlfriend. She looks a lot like his mom, which is creepy. She's also a doting mom to daughter Eva.
That might be her daughter.
That might be her daughter, yeah. Eva needs to learn to cross her legs. Who featured on a few episodes of Married at First Sight and now works as a curve model in Brisbane, a plus-size model. I guess they're calling them curve models now?
I guess so.
Instead of the Macedonian stunner. Oh, my God.
Shot to
fame in 2020 when she, quote, married barber Steve Burley on Married at First Sight. Oh, boy. Dev, just give me your closing thoughts on this. What the fuck is going on
I did
here?
some research on this couple and why they didn't work out. Was apparently he's attracted to younger women.
No, really?
And she got really upset that he wasn't sexually turned on by her. And that's why they split up. That's why.
Nobody's fucking this broad.
Also, other thoughts. Okay. I would rather be broke and have to take out loans or whatever to do whatever I need to do in life. I would rather be the child of a struggling parent than have my mom doing this stuff on OnlyFans or leaked on Facebook or whatever.
Like think of the shame.
Ugh,
think of the shame, the embarrassment.
Imagine that lady just buried in some other lady's crotch. Like just put that in your brain and think about how proud you would be of your mom. Ugh. Yeah, but I got the new iPhone. You know, like, so that makes up for it. Nope.
Where is it? Where is it? Nope. Well, remember this, y'all.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Tell him, Shabazz.
Oh, man.
Tell him. Heck of a show tonight. Man, oh, man. My sincerest thanks goes out to Pearl Davis, and of course Allie V for joining us and helping us with those breakdowns. They did very well. What did you
they're
say?
awesome. I enjoy having them on.
Yeah, they're very good at what they do. They're going to be on the Not All Women Roundtable podcast coming up this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And you guys know that listen, I'm a team player because the Eagles, their playoff game starts on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to have to... Yeah. So, dude, that's even if we get to watch it. I mean, we'll be in Miami.
We'll be in Miami. It'll be on TV.
So we can watch it on TV while we're doing the podcast. Just relax. Cody Marshall, $5 says, who wants roast beef?
Really, nigga?
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
With the scabs of kneecaps and the cellulite.
That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Be sure to download the SharpStream app at sharpstream.com. Be sure to go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharp for all of the exclusive content. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Understanding women and increasing your dating success starts with Donovan Sharp's massive collection of award-winning books and courses. Get off to a fast start and jumpstart your masculine renaissance with the 49 Laws of Sharp. The 49 Laws of Sharp is the perfect quick start guide for any man new to this community looking for the answers that keep them up at night after a bad experience with a woman. So many men ask themselves, why did she cheat? How could I not see this coming? Why did I miss the signs? And how can I avoid this in the future? The 49 Laws of Sharp will answer these questions and many more. This will give you a rock-solid foundation upon which to build, develop, and cultivate your newfound identity, and put you miles ahead of your competition. Most men have never had access to this valuable information, let alone understand and apply it. But the 49 Laws of Sharp will give you an unfair advantage over men and women. This treasure trove of valuable knowledge is available in audio, video, ebook, and paperback. Next, supplement your newly acquired foundational knowledge, supercharge your dating life with Donovan's 25-hour course, How to Master the Game. How to Master the Game will teach you the ins and outs of the player life, overcoming approach anxiety, identifying women who you want to approach, text game, first date principles and logistics, avoiding the friend zone, and so much more will be covered extensively. Also included are the bonus podcasts that will cover how to dress, Tinder game, and much more. Put simply, How to Master the Game will turn you into a stone-cold assassin with the ladies. Available in video and audio format. If you're not the kind of guy who wants to live the bachelor life, or you've had your fill of the player life and are looking for something a little more fulfilling, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up is a must. Donovan's 5-part, 7-hour audio course will show you step-by-step how to find, cultivate, and sustain a solid, healthy relationship. Everything from selecting the right woman, to coaching and correction, to what to do between the sheets. How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up will guide you through the entire process of building the kind of woman you want and need. The strategies and techniques in this course are exactly what Donovan does in his own relationship to this day. And he is living proof that women can be beneficial to men provided they have the right instruction. And finally, the ultimate weapon all men are looking for in terms of being able to read and understand women, Donovan Sharp's revolutionary, one-of-a-kind course that has been called the Cheat Code, Womanese. Womanese is the first and only course of its kind that gives men the raw and honest truth about what women really mean when they communicate verbally. Womanese translates female communication with shocking accuracy and has changed the dating lives and relationships of men the world over. So many men have avoided disaster because of the preciseness and sheer volume of material in this course, which contains over 600 translations. How cool would it be to be able to see through a woman's BS and act accordingly right then and there, rather than getting blindsided when it's too late? What would it be like to have the ability to read a woman like a book based only on what she says? These abilities will be at your disposal with Womanese. Women won't be able to lie to you, cheat on you, deceive you, or take advantage of you. The time and money you'll save pays for the course almost immediately. Womanese is available in video, audio, ebook, and paperback format and can be purchased one volume at a time or all at once. Men in his community often state that the best investment a man can make is in himself. Donovan's extensive educational materials will take your life to the next level. And the only place you can get this life-changing knowledge is tsracademy.com. Link in description.